All right, we're live. We should be live. What's up, everybody? It's your boy MM2K. I'm here with the homie Cold Blood Sensei. Cold Blood, how you doing today, brother?
Great, bro. Great.
Yeah, we miss you guys. Well, we missed you guys last week. Cause I'm old. We're back again this week with a brand new podcast. This is actually episode 94 of In a Row Podcast. We hope that you guys will enjoy this. I'm still trying to send this out because we've moved to a new Discord, and I want to make sure that everything is set up properly. I thought I set up the new Discord in OBS. It didn't go through all the way. Here, let me do this. I'm going to send out a post, and we're going to say, oh, no. We're going to do this right here. Cold Blood, what you been able to play anything finally? You know, you haven't played a game in like over a year and a half, so have you? Did you hear me on the members content where I was fucking with you while I was recording it? I was like, I'm gonna fuck with Cold Blood. That's the easiest way. Oh, I'm cursed before 5 minutes. Yeah. Whatever.
You can't fuck with me when it comes to playtime. Hell no.
I said I'm gonna mess with Cold Blood. Let me tell him he don't play no game. If you want to trigger Cold Blood, tell him he ain't playing the game. You will get his hellfire and fury. So I was messing with him while I was recording the members content. What's up, everybody? All right, so we're gonna post that there. There we go. We're good there. Hit that like button, y'all, as y'all come in. I know it's been a while. We're still trying to set things up. I know it looks a little weird because you can't see us, but I'm working on that right now. Discord overlay. All right, we're gonna fix that. But yeah, you've been playing some Monster Hunter Wilds. What else? You been able to get in anything else?
No.
Oh, okay. Now, I had a very weird situation. You won't believe this. No, we're not in Geeks. Okay, no. Showtime. There we go. All right. I had a very weird situation. So, as I've been explaining to people here and there, like my favorite place to play, mind you, used to be the cloud, and I still like the cloud. I still love the cloud, as a matter of fact. But I love playing on my PlayStation 5 Pro. So for the first time, like ever, even after I became a fan of PlayStation content, I never really bought my third-party games there unless, like, or if me and Cold Blood was playing something, or if I was planning to play something with somebody and I needed to have, you know what I'm saying? I needed to have, I need to be on the platform. Well, now it's different. So the PlayStation sale hit before the Steam sale. And so I'm rummaging through stuff, and I'm like, yeah, man, oh, I want this game. I want that game, da-da-da-da-da. And one of the games that I came across was an oldie, maybe not goodie, but I thought it was a decent game. Homefront, The Revolution, right? And I remember when I had that game, I had it at launch. Deep Silver developed it, and I was like, this is all right, you know. And then other stuff came out at the time, and I completely abandoned it. It's not rated high on Metacritic at all, but they were complete. It was buggy when it came out. You fast forward to now, and I'm looking at the PlayStation sale, and they're showing screenshots of the game, and I'm like, oh shit. I forgot that this game was made in the Crytek engine. As you guys know, Crytek engine games have like a long shelf life as far as visuals because the Crytek engine is just like fucking nuts. So I was like, you know what? Let me buy this game and see how it plays on the Pro. Because I'm looking at these snapshots. Now, granted, game holds up still, but they capped it at 30 frames. So I was fucking pissed. So I'm like, damn, but I really want to play this game. So then I then decided, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get it on GeForce Now, and I'm gonna play it there, and we'll see how it is once I play it there. And I'm telling you, man, I wish this thing played well on the freaking was above 30 frames on the Pro. I wish it was. That game holds up so well. I mean, you can tell it's a little dated because the assets are blocky. You know, they got that little blocky appearance to them. There we go. Okay, we fixed that. So now you guys can see us. But dude, the lighting and shit and the shadows and everything in that game, shit looks good, man. Shit looks good. And I was going through like the beginning parts of the game, and it's not bad. See, I think the game got a bad rap because during that period, everybody was still into, including myself, when it came to shooters, they were still into the run and gun Call of Duty type shit, like bang, 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 you know what I'm saying? And this is more of a slower paced, you know, you gotta strategize. You can't just go guns blazing type thing. And so the combat is not as zoom, zoom, zoom in your face, which you got games like that are more popular now. Games like Kingdom Come Deliverance and so forth, where it's not just about hack and slash and shoot 'em up. It's like, you know, let's be a little bit more strategic here, upgrade stuff, find stuff. You know, this game, I think, was ahead of its time to a degree. I'm not gonna sit there and lie like, you know, oh, in 2025, this game is a 10. I'm not saying that, but I think if a game like this were to come out in 2025, it would fare a lot better. And so my suggestion to you guys is, if you don't mind 30 frames per second, which I fucking do, go ahead and pick that game up. But if you need it, if you need the bells and whistles, go pick it up on PC. I got a 4070 Super, so I haven't played it natively, but I was just playing it on GeForce Now Ultimate, man. That thing looks fucking, geez Louise, that thing looks good for a 9-year-old game. So, yeah, check it out. That's what I've been playing. All right. Hit that like button. Let us know that you're alive in the chat. It's been a minute. I just want to make sure that because we moved to a new Discord, that everything is working. And also, speaking of that Discord, man, you guys want to join us in this Discord. You want to know why? Because Cold Blood and Juice, they are some mean mofos, man. All they do is search the internet and make fun of people. They be having me cracking up in the oh shit. Yeah, you're gonna want to join our Discord. Come on.
Whoa. That's an accusation right there, yeah. I'm not the one searching for shit, yeah. It's fucking juice. Nah, you ain't getting away with that. Hell no.
I almost got away with that one. God damn. Oh shit! I thought he was tied up.
What I'm the asshole is afterwards. When someone mentions someone, bro, I'm gonna go ahead and destroy his fucking life if I have to.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Yeah, come in.
like risk it for the biscuit, bro. You're the most irrelevant bot on Twitter right now. Like, holy shit. You have zero engagement with your people.
I want to talk about that. Yeah, go ahead. Yep. Go ahead.
No, that's it, bro. Like, literally, he might get one comment on his shit. Like, nobody gives a fuck about him anymore.
Yeah.
But he has the most delusional fucking takes, bro. Holy. Normally, a bot that says delusional shit like that, people will go and make fun of him in the comments. Yeah. Bro, they don't even think you're worth the time.
Yeah.
The only time you had any relevance was when you was crying in the car. Starfield is gonna go to PlayStation. That's what you were relevant, bro. That's sad.
Yeah. Join our Discord. This is the type of shit you get. But Cold Blood, to be fair to Cold Blood, he's not the only one that he's sick in here. Yeah, man, I got some thoughts on that. Normally, unless it's like Jazz or Paris, my normal targets, I really don't target people. And I've talked about, not like gossiped about, but I've talked about Risk It before, because I actually said, Cold Blooded, I know you were like, why the fuck would you want to do this? But I've said, look, I would want to interview him. I would like to talk to him, because I think he's going through like some mental, like some schizophrenic phase or something like that when it comes to these. Like, on one moment, he's mad at Xbox for not competing. But then he talks about Xbox versus PlayStation like they're better. Either they're not competing or they're better. Now, you can criticize something that you like we do. We criticize PlayStation all the time. You can criticize something that you like because you feel like they could be doing better. But your arguments in a nutshell, my friend, are Xbox is not competing. You're pleading with them on why exclusives matter. You're pulling up surveys off of cereal boxes and shit and showing why they should stay in the fight and compete or whatever and try to get in the ring. But they're not competing, but what they're doing is better. Like what's going on here? It doesn't make any sense. It's like me. I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan, right? For those of y'all that watch American football, my Chiefs got their asses handed to them in all types of shit happened to them. They got the snot. They got the snot box beat the fuck out of them. I can't sit there and say, well, yeah, they lost on the scoreboard, but they had more rushing yards. And I don't even know if they had more rushing yards, but you know what I'm saying? Or they had more first downs. That doesn't matter. We got beat the fuck. So either you argue on the side for the people like Risk It to the Biscuit or Risk It eating the biscuit. You either argue on the side for do better and compete because the product is not up to par, or you think the product is up to par and it's the best out here, with some caveats. You can't live in these two dimensions where product is not up to par, but it's the best thing out here. No. Because numbers don't jive with you, right? The numbers don't jive with you at all, man. Like, consumers are buying PlayStations like crazy. Like, PlayStation is not desired anywhere. And as we're about to talk about, you guys don't even know what your next piece of hardware is going to be. You guys don't even know what the fuck you're going to get in this handheld. And me as a PlayStation prefer as it relates to consoles, they're not even talking about PlayStation 6. I know what I'm getting. Getting PlayStation 6 is going to be souped up thanks to Project Amethyst with PSSR that's going to try to break ground as far as console gaming is concerned. I know what I'm getting, and they're not even trying to talk about it. Meanwhile, these guys are bringing up everything under the sun, and you guys still are confused. You have no idea what it is that they're trying to offer to you. So my suggestion is, like, I got to stick to a message. Either they're up to par or they're not. And clearly they're not. They're not up to par. You know what I mean? Trying to play both sides where, like, this Xbox thing, man, is dog shit. PlayStation PSSR is a failure. Based upon what? Based on what? Because they're upgrading. Normally when something fails, and trust me, I know as someone that was in support of Stadia, normally when something fails or it's not, or it's failing, it doesn't get upgraded. Right? Like they leave it alone. Like, okay, we're done with this shit. So I really think that now's not the like the console war's over, dude. Like there's nothing competitive to talk about in regards to PlayStation and Xbox. I mean, sure, continue to give us content so we can laugh at you. But from a competitive standpoint, there's nothing to talk about when it comes to Xbox and PlayStation anymore.
Yeah, bro. Like, Xbox won 2 generations ago, right? So there is no longer a need for this discussion.
There's no need for it. Yeah, I mean, look here. Is that what he's arguing? Did he say some shit like that?
I mean, how he talks, that's exactly how he's probably arguing. Like, to him, Xbox won long ago, so he doesn't give a shit. It's always going to be Xbox till the end.
Well, here's the problem with that. And as someone like, I'll fight anybody tooth and nail about my 360, right? And yes, you know, when the generation mattered, they sold more software, even though PlayStation 3 started edging them on hardware. They had more games, and Porter Rock talked about this too. And me and Porter Rock did not agree about much of shit there. But he's like, look, they had more exclusives, they had more games, they sold more software. Give them that generation, right? But it wasn't about, oh, we won that generation, it's over, we did it. Like, no, the point was the point of Xbox in general was to topple Sony. That is the point of Xbox. It was to topple Sony. It wasn't to come in the market and beat Sony. It was to topple Sony. And they failed. So even I, a huge fan of the OG, a huge fan of the 360, they put themselves in position to try to do that, and they fucked it up severely. There's nothing celebratory to take out of the 360 era, but to simply say, that's when they had better leadership. That's it. And look at all the shit that had to happen for that to even be a possibility. They had to come out early and risk failure rate of 60% of their hardware. They had to come out early and do that. PlayStation had to get arrogant with the PlayStation 3 and the price. Third-party games had to perform, but like there were so many fucking variables that had to happen, and it still was neck and neck. You know what I'm saying? It's just that the way PlayStation was built, they were built on and expanded on them dominating. That's how the business structure was. And in order for you to survive in this costly business, you got to dominate. So them running neck and neck, regardless if they sold more consoles or someone sold more hardware, it's a strain to either participant because it's not worth it. You're making this front load sacrifice so you can dominate at some point. So, because Xbox lost 10 billion, I think Sony lost 6 billion in between the time that they were quote unquote competing. You don't do that just to high five someone and say, I won that generation in software or whatever. So they made the sacrifice of $10 billion only to get their asses handed back to them like they was in the first generation. That's a colossal failure. And then it's worse this generation, where you motherfuckers are in limbo and you don't know what you're getting. You guys could be getting a Microsoft Xbox board game next generation for all you know. But little Halo pieces and shit, you know, and you gotta pay for the to get the Phantom Dust figurine. You don't know what you're getting next gen. You have no idea. It pains me to say this, but if you look at it holistically, the whole Xbox experiment has been a failure. And they're trying to figure out how to pull anything from the rummages while still using the Xbox name. Because that's what this is. This is not Xbox. This is Microsoft Gaming. There's nothing in the DNA of Xbox that still remains. They don't have the power narrative. They are not adulterating you with new technology. They don't have kick-ass games anymore. There's like nothing of the original OG Xbox or the first two generations, nothing in that DNA that exists. They don't have the best online infrastructure anymore. They're not even the best for fucking esports anymore. They're not even the best for a shooter competition. Like that, those were keepsakes of the Xbox not trademark, but of the Xbox brand. It's all gone. There's nothing to speak competitively in regards to Xbox or PlayStation. Like, this is the same dude that went and told his brother PlayStation ain't dropping nothing in 4 years. And meanwhile, his brother could be getting Xbox games on PlayStation, and he gets to play Death Stranding day one. He gets to play Ghost of Yotei day one. He gets the best versions of the Xbox games on PlayStation. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know what type of crisis he's going through. You can prefer, I'll give you an example, Dark. I don't agree with Dark's takes on which games are better or whatever. But Doc realized that Xbox was not going to listen to its consumers. He didn't go out there and find graphs and pie charts and try to explain something to a multi-trillion-dollar company like they're fucking stupid. He recognized what was going on, how he was being shysted, and he moved on. Now he talks shit on PlayStation because he prefers Xbox games, but he understands that as someone that prefers Xbox games, you're better going anywhere else but Xbox. You're better going to PlayStation. You're better going to PC. You're better going to Steam OS, the Steam handheld, the Steam Deck. You, my friend, are the one that's pleading with them like they're dumb. They're not dumb. They just don't. Their goals are not aligned with what you want as a consumer. They're not dumb. Who the fuck are you? That's what I don't get. These people that want to sit there with these pie charts and these graphs and make these conference calls. Xbox, all you got to do is do this. Now, I could be the pot calling the kettle black, but I will say this, and nothing against my friends at Stadia. I love the people at Stadia, but it was very clear from a holistic standpoint as far as how to reach people and do shit. They didn't have a clue because the marketing team at Google wasn't really trying to help them out. They had an idea of the output. They were great at figuring that out. They didn't know how to reach people. So in efforts to understand that, they had conference calls with content creators. I was one of them. To gauge us, to figure out, okay, like, I don't want to say what's next, but, to figure out the left hand from the right hand as it relates to relating to customers. That's different. They were new in the gaming space. This was new waters for them. This is not new waters for Microsoft. 20 years in, they just said under their new leadership, it's not worth it anymore. I don't give a fuck. This is not the business that we want to be in. We're better, instead of going against PlayStation that has a stranglehold on this shit, we're better off going against smaller guys, just a bunch of them at the same time. Think of GE, General Electric. If you guys have heard of them, they're based in the United States, but they're a global appliance company, and they make everything. Their appliances may not be the number one. They make TVs, everything, but they're usually in the top 5. Oh, you got a GE product? Okay, well, you got a pretty good product. Microsoft is trying to be GE. They're like, we're going to go up against EA in publishing. We're going to go up against Steam Deck for handhelds. We're going to go up against Valve as far as PC storefronts. We're going to go against Valve and Epic because we want people to prefer our PC storefront. We're going to go up against Ubisoft as far as Ubisoft and EA as far as subscriptions are concerned. Like they're trying to pick with the smaller guys because they feel like if we put out a handheld, even though the market is niche, and even though Steam or Valve has 4 million Steam Decks out there, maybe we can get 10 million. If we can convince 10 million of our most diehard console fans, because trust me, if you got a console now, if you bought a console within the last 5 years, either one or two things happen. An Xbox console, that is. You either got bamboozled or you're a super fan. So for those that didn't get bamboozled, that are super fans, that want to stick around and buy our handhelds too, maybe we can sell 10 million of them. And you see how collectively, if they just fuck with the little guys, that's a lot easier for them than to go against PlayStation, because PlayStation is willing to put it on the line for quality. They gave you the blueprint. We will deal with a 60% failure rate, meaning we're willing to have, out of every 10 games that we put out there, that we fund or we create, we're okay with 6 of them failing. Because traditionally, by us just, trying to throw things, I don't want to say throw things together, but put things together and taking so many risks, we will come across 4 games that will make those other 6 games worth it and some. That's like nails on a chalkboard to Satya Nadella. He's hearing that. He's like, no. Don't want to do that. It's a waste too much money. Fuck out of here, Phil. He doesn't want to do that. For every dollar he puts out there, he wants a guaranteed $4 or $5. So if you're a consumer that's enlightened by that market, the type of market that PlayStation, and I don't even know why we keep leaving Nintendo out of this, why we keep excusing Nintendo and giving Nintendo a pass for having exclusives and doing all this other shit. Like, it's like PlayStation isn't allowed to do it. Like, I just heard somewhere someone said, people, when they refer to Nintendo, they'll say, oh, well, you know how Nintendo is. Okay, well, how come it can't be what we know how PlayStation is? So if that's your thing, consoles and the outcome of console competition, there's no comparative debate anymore as far as platforms are concerned, as far as ecosystems are concerned. Those discussions are over. Your ass better figure out which ecosystem you're hopping to next. If you're willing to make the leap, there's definitely benefits to it. Yeah, you get you a PC, man. PCs are very versatile, right? You worried about frames? You ain't gotta worry about a motherfucking developer saying, yeah, man, we're gonna cap this at 30. Not in 2025. You ain't gotta deal with the shit that I just had to deal with even though that's an old ass fucking game. But you ain't gotta worry about the shit I had to deal with Homefront, The Revolution. They don't, they're not capping games anymore on PC. You're getting your frames, so you're getting that versatility. You just the cons, the flip side is you gotta pay that cash. Trust me, I've been a PC gamer longer than a lot of these motherfucking grifters have been out here. Especially today, in today's market, after crypto mining and shit skyrocketed the price of GPUs and shit like that, you're not putting together a PC that can give you holistically the performance you're getting, not only out of the base models, but definitely not the PlayStation 5 Pro. You're not getting that. So you got to shell out some cheese. And I saw somebody on the internet today talking about, my God, developers, you got to do us PC gamers better. We spend thousands of dollars on our rigs, and y'all give us this unoptimized piece of shit, and we don't want to go to console. I told you guys, didn't you guys hear me say it before? I would be fucking pissed if I spent anywhere between $1,800 to thousands of dollars on a rig to come to find out that a $700 console plays the game better. Well, I'm tell you, I hate to tell you, you're gonna have more and more of that happening. I'm not saying that the PlayStation 5 Pro is better performant than those rigs, but these developers butter the side of the bread that's more important to them. When it comes to these AAA games, more consistently, these AAA games are purchased on PlayStation. So they might throw y'all some slopped up PC mess here and there, unoptimized, and they're going to take a little bit more time to at least optimize the Pro. That's why I got it. I foresaw this coming. That's why I got my Pro. So there's pros and cons. When the game comes out right, like we saw all this shit about Stellar Blade and Lost Soul and all these other games, how they're going to be running at 500 frames and shit, whatever. Okay, fine. Yay, that's going to be awesome. Number one, to get that, you got to pay. Number two, in some cases, or in plenty of cases, you got to wait. I'm not waiting. I want AKA the biggest bang for my buck. All right. Hopefully other people want it too. All right. We got people in the chat. I've ran it long enough. We finally got people here. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, rock those bells. Let everybody know that we're here. Let me do this too. Let's read the chat. Oh, uh-oh. It would be nice if I connected the chat. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna connect the chat, but let us know in the chat what y'all been playing. Let us know what games you guys been enjoying. Like I said, I've been playing Homefront, because of the Steam sale. Let me do this too. Now we can flip it over to okay, that's the special video. Okay, there we go. Let's flip it over there. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Let's read our chat now. Oh, you guys got busy all of a sudden. Mary Wilcox says Silent Hill F looks really good. Yeah, I'm shocked, man. Cold Blood and I, we're going to talk about that. Holy fuck. I didn't know Konami still had it in them. That shit looks good, man. Console War's been over for a long time. Cree 86 says the soldiers have come home and don't recognize their country. Facts, bro. Facts. We got Geek the Sneak in the house. Ice Queen Gaming. Hey, Ice Queen Gaming today. Mary Wilcox. Hey, MM2K. Devil Shooter says the issue with Doc is that he's still fighting for Xbox. Doc is playing a character who tries to get you to think things from a different perspective. even though, and again, like I said, if my brother ever wants to debate on it, we can debate on it about exclusives and stuff like that. Because I remember I was in another podcaster's chat, and he had came there about it, and the chat was just jumped. They were dogpiling on him. Yeah, it's just some things you got to be there to understand. You got to go through it to understand. Ironically enough, I had to learn from his brother. From Porter Rock, when Porter Rock was trying to warn me, he didn't even want to take my money, and he still hasn't to this day. When I wanted to bet him, I said, "Oh, motherfucker, you don't know what you're talking about, Porter Rock." Was that Sega Man who said he was going? Did he say he's going to shoot Porter Rock or some shit like that? Was that Sega Man 88 or whatever his name is? You don't know what you know what you talk about, Porter Rock. I was like that too. I guess it's a bot thing when I was in my bot phase. Shut your damn mouth, Porter Rock. I was like, man, the Xbox One X, man, it's going to decimate PlayStation 4. Because people want the latest and greatest. People going to have their tax money. And Porter Rock said, tax money? You know, Porter Rock, tax money? He said, bro, they're going to use that tax money to buy games for the PlayStation 4. Nobody's trading in their console and their fucking library to get an Xbox One X. And he said, I got to give him credit. He said, we don't even know if these developers are going to waste their time to optimize these games for the Xbox. I said, man, listen to Digital Foundry, which is a curse word here now. Listen to Digital Foundry told you that the Xbox One X is so powerful. When you boot it up, you get $100. Porter Rock was like, okay. I was like, matter of fact, I want to bet you $100 that the Xbox One X destroys the PlayStation 4 come that holiday season. And man, oh man, oh man, did I have some mighty egg on my face. And he still did, because he was trying to warn me. So ironically, I had to learn from experience too, from somebody that had experience with the game community culture and why that was not going to happen. So Doc has to go through that too. There's a lot of things that Doc is trying to theorize on and build his thesis around that he's only going to learn from experience. He'll get it. Yeah, exclusives, they do two things. They're not just good for a company, they're good for a consumer. Why are they good for a consumer? Because it's just like what I went through with my good brother Will Sinks. I just tapped him on the show. I don't know if you guys ever seen the episode of Triumph, the comic dog. Oh, the motherfucker was funny. And there was one episode where he was fucking with people at American Idol, right? So as he would, interview people at American Idol and say, well, why are you here? What are your inspirations? They would always say, yeah, well, my inspirations are my family and God. And the dog would be like, no, you sounded fucking horrible. Don't put this on Jesus, right? So one day, or one interview, he's interviewing somebody on the beach, and he's like, okay, that was awful, but what was your inspiration? And he's like, that was trying out for American Idol. And he was like, oh, my inspiration was God. And he must have knew they were going to say that, because he had somebody dressed up like Jesus just walk by him and tap him on the shoulder. And he was like, I ain't got nothing to do with this. And he walked off, right? So it kind of reminds me of people trying to associate their notions and the things that they think that are going to happen to certain things or whatever, and they just don't realize it until they go through it themselves. And I feel like Doc, he tries to say that exclusives don't matter because they are only good for companies. But when you look at exclusives, they're not just good for the companies, they're good for the developers. I mean, they're good for the consumer. Why? Prime example, Will Sink. Brother out there fighting a good fight to get games on Xbox, and they're not coming. So I had to tap him like the proverbial Jesus in the Triumph the Comic Dog skit I just told to you and tell him, they're not coming. This ain't got nothing. They're not coming here. Why? Because it's not lucrative. When you have exclusives, you drive people to your console. Yes, that benefits companies, but it's just common sense. It's just the fall of the dominoes. The more people that buy a console, the more appealing said console is to third-party devs. So if I'm a third-party dev with limited resources, like the indie games that like my brother Will Sinks likes, and I got a choice. Do I go here? Do I break up my resources on PlayStation where I know that if the game does well, it's going to kick ass? Or do I split up those limited resources that I have to go here on PlayStation and Xbox? Because just because Xbox sells less consoles, that doesn't mean it takes less work to develop it. The amount of consoles that you sold has nothing that doesn't have any bearing on the developer as far as how much time it takes to make the game. It's still the same amount of effort. So do I break this up 50-50, my limited resources, where I'm going to get 90 to 95% of my profits here and maybe 5% here, maybe? Or do I put 100% of my resources on where I'll get 95% of my profit and just focus on them and make it a better game there, so I can make even more money than I would even make on the other console, because they have a habit of buying games over there? See, that's another problem. Because there's no longer any exclusives, nobody's buying games anymore over there. It's a Game Pass box. Particularly when it comes to indie games, like the culture over there now is, I'm not going to buy it. It needs to be on Game Pass. These motherfuckers are saying this for AAA games. It needs to be in Game Pass. Although, I'm going to wait for GTA 6 to come to Game Pass, right? Like, these dudes is crazy. I ain't buying that. I'm going to wait for it to come to Game Pass. And so people kill me because they're like, you can't count Stellar Blade as a PlayStation exclusive. You can't count Death Stranding as a PlayStation exclusive. Timed or systemic, it don't matter. The fact of the matter is, just like during the 360 days with BioShock and their timed exclusives, by the time they go to the other platforms, particularly if by the time they get to Xbox, they done lost their luster, and y'all don't buy them. Unless it's a situation like Baldur's Gate where it was meant to launch day and date, and they ran into a systematic problem. Y'all don't buy them. Y'all want the game to come in the game. Y'all want the game to come to Game Pass. So whether Stellar Blade or a Death Stranding 2 makes it to Xbox by the time they do, it's just like, yeah. Y'all don't buy these third-party games when they come out. So if I'm a developer looking at that, why am I going to Xbox? Why am I going to Xbox again? Let's go to the chat and then we're gonna carry on with the show. We got LaVon Case in the house. What's going on, good brother? He says, for what it's worth, Homefront the Resolution runs well on Steam. Runs well on Steam Deck. Hey, yo, let me tell you something. That game looks fantastic. That's a game that stood the test of time as far as its looks are concerned. We got Corey now. What's going on, Corey? Juice, he says, yo, family. He says, still on Monhun Wilds on my PlayStation 5 Pro and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Hey, Corey, check out the link here. Let me pin it. Check out the link to our Discord. We got a new Discord. I don't know if you caught it. And this is for everybody. And if you're a member, definitely link your Discord and your YouTube ID so you can get access to our member channels. Lavon said, I played the House of the Dead remake on PlayStation 5. And Xbox, what's that, says Darth. We got Dion in the house. Dion78, what's up, Dion? Good to see you. Saw you in the Discord, my friend. I believe that was you, Dion. Yeah. So, okay. All right. Let's start with Xbox. Let's talk about this new handheld, right? Let me see if I can find Xbox handheld. Xbox handheld, Cold Blood. Now, Cold Blood, you're about to get 1,001 questions. Who do I want to go to this dumb handheld? Here it goes. Let's go to WCCF Tech. I like them. It's not sorta. Says Xbox handheld. Project Keenan is reportedly being made by Asus. Earlier this week, Windows Central Jazz Gordon published a report detailing Microsoft's plans for the next generation Xbox, as well as a long-awaited Xbox handheld. As for the former, the report said a successor for the Series X is already in the works for a targeted 2027 release window. Cold Blood, I gotta know, brother. What do you think about this strategy about them teaming up with Asus and releasing this thing this year? Do you see any upside for the company or for the consumers? Anybody? What are your thoughts on this?
Stay away, far away.
Stay. God damn.
The Rock Ally was a burn hazard though.
Oh shit!
Like literally, your SD card got exploded.
Wow!
In that motherfucker.
Oh wow! I didn't even know.
So yes, when I heard Asus, bro, I said, hell fucking no.
That's crazy.
They can make you decent graphics cards, but their handhelds, bro, nah.
Yeah.
I would never trust that motherfucker to sit in my home, bro.
Yeah. I had no, what was it? I'm sorry, what was it that burnt out again? Cold Blood? What did you say burnt out? Hello?
The SD card.
Oh.
The SD card slot.
Okay.
Because it was so close to the cooling, yeah. It just burnt the fuck out.
Now I had an Asus ROG 16, or 17. I had the 17. And don't you know that motherfucking battery in there, like it inflated like a balloon? And then they were like, yeah, you need to just. I was like, because I was trying to get it fixed. They were like, you need to get that battery out of there, and possibly you need to discard that thing ASAP. And I said, what? And I was like, yeah, that's when I was done with Asus after that happened to me. But I didn't know that was happening with the ROG. Holy shit. Wow. Yeah, let's do a poll. Let's ask, start a poll. Do you think the rumored Asus Xbox handheld will be worth the purchase? But here's my thing, Cold Blood. And I need your thoughts on this too. Because I'm trying to just make sure it's not me. It doesn't even play all your Xbox games, right? It's a Steam Deck. And if Asus ROG, if they're comparable handhelds, right? Like they're $500 and $600. And this one is supposed to be $400 or $500. I would suspect nobody's going to lose money on this. So you're just getting a lesser version of an Asus ROG, wouldn't you think?
Well, unless Microsoft is subsidizing that motherfucker.
Yes.
It's gonna be probably a very weak version of a Rogue Ally.
Exactly. I don't
And
know.
if that is the case, bro, they better not call it the biggest leap in technology. Oh hell no. They don't. They better not even put any word like technology in their mouth talking about that thing.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I just don't know if it's even worth it. I got to be honest with you. I don't even know if it's going to be worth it because it's going to be weak for one. So why not just buy something else? I understand kind of why they're doing it, but who cares why they want to do it? It's all about, is it worth it to me, the consumer? So I would, yeah, I'm kind of with you, not just on the blown up SD card thing. Shout out to Juice for 11 months being a member. He says they are making a Series S version of the, yeah. Like essentially that's what it feels like, is that they're making a Series S version of the ROG Ally. I don't see what the point is. So, I mean, I see what the point is for Xbox. I'm trying to see what the point is.
Oh, wait. So you're telling me they're gonna make a 30 FPS machine again?
Yeah.
What? Nah, brother. That motherfucker be better just Xbox a name and just literally a Windows PC, bro. That's
Cold blood. I wish I could tell you. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm gonna guess there's going to be a 60 frames mode, maybe at what, 720 or some shit like that. I don't know. I can't. Number one, if it's cheaper than let's look at the ROG Allies, because isn't there a ROG Ally X out now? Like, isn't that the newest one? Asus ROG Ally. I'm going to be honest with you. I can't imagine this thing being cheaper than the current ROG Allies and it being as good or any good in comparison to the other handhelds that are out here. Oh, it's the Z1 Extreme and the Z1. And I think they're trying to phase out the Z1 for the Z1 Extreme. So let's look at Asus eShop. Yeah, you can get the 2023 model for $649. Whoa, okay. Yeah, you can get the 2023 model for $649, or you can get, okay, they're both 2023. I'm sorry. The ROG Ally, the Z1 is $499. For a while, this Z1 Extreme was actually $449. So here's my thing. I can't see Xbox going to ROG and subsidizing and saying, yeah, give me this thing with our branding on it, and we're going to help pay for you making it. Let's see here. Memory. Let's see what the output is. Okay, so you can get 1080p output on the actual monitor. This is for the $499 one. Storage memory 512. Oh, shout out for the donation. We appreciate it very much. Navanzor with the $2 says, watch it come out with the parody clause. Hey, yo, y'all gotta stop, man. He said, watch it come out with a parody clause like the Series S. So I'm trying.
Wait. A parity clause with who?
Like that would be horrible. Like, you know, to say you can't, in order for this thing to run on the S, he's fooling around. Oh, okay. Here goes other ROG Ally items. There's the ROG Ally X to 2024 model, which is $800. Holy frick! Let's look at this. Let's look at this one. This one is $800. Okay, and it has a refresh rate of 120 hertz. What was the refresh rate of the other one? Oh, they didn't tell you. They don't tell you the refresh rate. Oh no, they both have refresh rates of 120 hertz. But I'm going to assume this is just a better processor or something. That's what I'm going to assume. But this is $800. So what are the specs on this? This is 1080 as well, 120 hertz, 500 units of brightness. I'm trying to see response time, 7 milliseconds. I'm really trying to see what's the difference. Like, what do you get? Yeah, they don't really. Okay, it's Windows 11. Both, I would assume both of these are Windows 11. Yeah, I'm trying to understand what it is that you actually get. I can't see it. Mary Wilcox says the Legion ZGG, another reason to never game on Windows OS. Is the GG, Mary? Is that the Steam one? Is that the one on Steam? Yeah, I don't understand. Like, what is the purpose of this? Because the ROG allies that you get now, the cheapest one is $499. I can't imagine additional information. But let's see here. They don't give you any, just play all your games, 3 months of Game Pass Ultimate. Okay, you can get 1080. Okay, so you can get 1080p, 120 hertz gaming on this. But I want the full output specs. Okay, so you can get 120 hertz, 7-inch. Like, what's the specs on this newer one? Because this is 7-inch display too. So I don't know, like, was it that the other one you could play on medium settings and this one? I don't know. Maybe what you guys are getting, wouldn't this be some shit? Maybe what you're getting, I bet you this is what you're getting. Oh my God, I bet you, because look, this one is out of stock, right? And this one, they're limiting capacity to 2 per customer, right? Which means there's plenty of that one in stock. I bet you what you're getting, I bet you that what Asus did is they overproduced. They either overproduced on the $499 one, and they're just going to be replacing shells, or they just simply partnered with Xbox, and Xbox said, just put an Xbox branding on the $499 one. So you guys in 2025, I'm guessing in 2025 what's going to be happening is that you guys are going to be buying, or let me show you. You're going to be buying this 2023, the 2023 model in 2025, because there's plenty of supply of that one, but the $800 one is out. So I'm guessing that's what's going to happen. That's just my guess. I don't have any information to confirm that. And here's my thing. If that's what they're doing for $4, and if it stays $499, Okay, fine, whatever. You're just basically getting the $499 2023 Asus ROG. But here's my thing. I don't see where Asus, what they stand to get from this, because they have to pay a license to Xbox in order to use their branding. So it's actually going to affect their margins. So that's why it might be $599. I'm guessing, again, this is all speculative. I'm guessing that what's happening is they are going to take this 2023 model, put Xbox branding on it, sell it for $499, and lose on the margins, hoping or thinking that they can just get more saturation, which that's a fool's errand. Or they could take this $499 model, slap $100 on there to help cover the license, and you're going to be paying $599 for simply this with Xbox branding on it. I don't understand what the benefit is for the consumer, except having, you know, like I said, a super fan having Xbox branding on there. We already got a video out talking about this too, guys. So if you want to see the video before it goes live for the public, if you want to get access to these type of videos, if you want to get access to content that does not even, it's not even public, I do like a Monday through Thursday stream with members, or for the members. It's pre-recorded. I do that Monday through Thursday. Sacrifice my lunch for it, mind you, but I do it nonetheless. You guys are missing out on a lot of content if you're not a member, so make sure that you hit that members button and join at the Foamy Homie level. So Mary Wilcox says, if those specs are legit, then I'm glad I ain't getting it. Yeah, I don't think I can't. I'm trying to wrap my head around how this thing could be $499 and offer something unique, but beyond just black and green coloring. Like, I really think what's going to happen, and I think that what's going to happen is you're going to get the 2023 model with just Xbox branding on it. And yes, if you're a super fan, who cares? You'll buy anything. Let them shit on the stick, and the stick be green and black, you'll buy it. But for anybody else, I'm not sure what's going on. Geek to Sneak in the comments says, you guys are killing it in the comments. Geek to Sneak says, he says, how about doing a member only live? Yeah, the problem is, and I used to do the members content live all the time, and then my schedule got fucked up. And then it's even worse now, Geek, because my business partner in the afternoons, he just had if you're listening, brother, I hope everything went well. But my business partner in the afternoons, he tore his Achilles. So he can't work with me in the afternoon. So I'm gonna be flying solo for about 3 months. So that really cuts into my time. So what I've been doing is to make sure that the members are fed, because they're extending their support. So of course, I got to make sure that the members are fed Monday through Thursday. I just, once I can take a lunch, I go boom, 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 record something, and then put it out there. You know what I'm saying? And make it available for you guys. It's random. Sometimes I take a lunch I may take a lunch at 10 in the morning. Sometimes I don't even get a lunch, but I get to log off early. So I use that lunch time where I logged off early to record it. It's real random. So that's what kind of makes it hard for me to go live. If I were to do any live members content geek, which hopefully we're going to get back to as soon as this is, well, not hopefully, we are going to get back to as soon as all this dumb shit is over. But until then, I would have to do it during the weekend, which we're trying to find some way. He said, fuck your excuses. We need Well, another thing that we're trying to do too is we're trying to do watch parties. So if you're an anime fan, like I'm trying to squeeze in some solo leveling. You know what? Bill Burr got a comedy special coming up. We threw that out there. So we're trying to do some watch parties. We're gonna make that members stuff too. We're gonna add that to the members perk as well. Like, you guys are missing a lot of shit not being members, for one, and for two, not being in that Discord. I'm telling you, on them long nights where I'm down, you know, handling shit at place of business by myself, I take a look at that Discord and it gets me through the night. It gets me through the night. That shit be hilarious. Michael Morden in the house. What's going on, my good friend? Yeah, he tore his Achilles. Yeah, he had surgery today. Me and his wife, she took him in and he was all concerned, talking about, yeah, my last will and testament. So we were the wrong people to tell that to. So, cause we're just fucked up like that. So me and his wife, she called, matter of fact, she called me. She was like, oh, you won't believe this shit. I said, what? She put me on the phone. Then he just started talking. So we just jumped on his case, right? He's probably, he had his surgery like around 11 a.m. So he's probably recovering now. He could be listening in. And so we clowned him for like a good hour before his surgery. We're horrible. I'm a horrible friend. She's a horrible spouse. My wife was trying to, cause she works at the hospital. So she actually was trying to reassure him about the surgeon, you know, cause he was nervous. Cause when he talked to the surgeon, he's like, the surgeon didn't seem very confident. So yeah, he fucked up himself. I'm flying solo, man. It's crazy. But yeah, it's a member to trying to get DMC streaming other people's content. Whose content was I streaming? I wasn't streaming nobody else's content. Who was I streaming? I just have I just got the web. I got web up right now. Yeah, but I don't
He's talking, bro. He's talking about the watch party.
Oh, you talking about in the Discord? Oh. Well, no, if we do it in the Discord, like there's some things that you can do as a watch party. I ain't no way in God's green earth I'm gonna do it. Yeah, do it live. You got to join the Discord for that. And you know, we'll do some watch parties. Like I might do the anime watch parties with everybody in the Discord, but we're gonna have some member specific watch parties. You know. Just in case people try to snitch, we're gonna have some member specific watch parties, and you guys are gonna have to, you know, be members in order to do. I gotta take care of the members, man. The members ensure that we get games. I gotta take care of the members. The members ensure that we get games. The members ensure that all like this stuff again, and trust me, this is not me e-begging. I'm just, people are confused on why there's member stuff. This isn't free to do a lot of this stuff. A lot of this stuff you got to pay for services and things like that, and pay for access. And the members pay for that. They ensure that shit gets paid for. So like a lot of these things that you see us being able to do, the members make sure that gets taken care of. So I gotta do something for them. You know what I mean? So yeah, but at the very least, I advise y'all to join the Discord. Discord is crazy. between Juice and Cold Blood and others. I won't put everybody on Front Street, but between Juice and Cold Blood and others, they some sick mofos. He says, MM2K, just be careful. That's how they got Thrash. He had people content posted in Discord. I thought he got Thrash for something else. Oh, that's how they got his Discord. Oh, okay. Geek says you want to do an April giveaway? I think we could do an April giveaway. I've been trying to do a giveaway. He says, yeah, I don't be in the Discord. Yeah, Geek, why don't you be in the Discord, man? Didn't I send you an invite? You better accept that goddamn invite. That's what you're saying, Corey, that they got him in his Discord for the content. Yeah, that's why. Well, I looked it up, Corey, and so you can tell when it's something that you can't. I'll put it like this: when something you shouldn't be doing a watch party with, and stuff that you should be doing a watch party with. That's why I said there's just certain things I would block with members. If you're gonna pay to snitch, then okay. Well, but it's not gonna be a lot of stuff anyway. We haven't even officially had a watch party yet. But yeah, I've been checking that out and trying to see, because it's an idea that I've had for a while, and now that we got the Discord popping and everything, I actually want to do something. All right. So yeah, those are our thoughts on the handheld. I don't get it. And then I got a video coming. Well, it's available now for members. Yeah, Christopher Duran. Yeah, it's a Steam device. I don't understand. I don't get it. And I know it sounds like I'm hating. Here's the thing. Cold Blood can give us 2 cents on this as well. I want Xbox or somebody, damn it, to bring something to the table that's objectively interesting across the board. I don't want to just rely on PlayStation. I mean, I'm cool for now, but I like seeing different things coming from different angles. Like when I was growing up, speaking of Geek knows this too. He says book club coming soon. We grew up, dude. We had everything around the same time. ColecoVision, Atari, Commodore. Like those were all during the same time. Then Nintendo, Sega. You know what I'm saying? Arcades. We had there were so many options that you could turn around to at one time and just game on, and so many ways to game, and it was exciting. You were getting shit on your home. You could get shit on your Super Nintendo and then go to your Sega Genesis and get different shit. But then go to your fucking go to the arcade and get an entirely different experience. Or if somebody had the Atari Jaguar, or somebody had the TurboGrafx, you could turn around. And then I even took it a notch and went to the Tandy 1000. I don't want to just say, okay, it's either PlayStation or PC, that's it. I would love for there to be various inputs in order to enjoy gaming. But Microsoft, they're not standing up to task. And it's a shame. It's a shame, because I feel for people growing up playing games now. They don't have the array of options that we had when we were growing up. I feel for y'all, man. So, but yeah, it's a shame, but hopefully it gets better. He says, I started with NES, brother, but yeah, I had basically every main console after that. But but the point being, geek, is that we had various options, even with the, okay, so the same time that the NES came out, Sega Master System, then you still had the arcade, because they weren't fucking with the arcades, man. And then didn't the Turbo Graphics come out around that time? I think the Turbo Graphics was out when the NES was out. Either that or the Jaguar, I think, came later. But yeah, man, there was a bunch of shit. Everybody could try everything. I thought Xbox would learn from the one console fail. Well, instead of it just being a failure, it looks like they were transitioning. Here's what it looks like it was happening, Geek. It looks like all along, Satya had in his evil bald-head brain, we're becoming a publisher. That's what we're going to do. We're a software business. We're getting out of this mangy fucking hardware business. We're not doing this exclusive shit. Like, I think he told the truth. During the court hearings, where he said, I don't like the exclusives. I'd rather, games be everywhere. Yeah, when you think from his perspective, that makes sense for him, because what made Microsoft huge wasn't them making computers and putting Windows on it. It was them going to manufacturers of computers and licensing Windows to them. That's what made them famous. So he has a hard time understanding. And now he's even trying to transition that to even be lighter, as far as accessibility through the cloud. So this whole concept of, I'm going to pay all this money for one piece of content to drive you to my hardware, that's the antithesis of what he's trying to do as CEO. So he had it in his head from the beginning, man, I'm not fucking, man, these motherfuckers are going to become publishers. They can play around all they want. But the problem is that Phil kept convincing him, look, man, I can do this. We can figure this out. And trust me, you're not going to want to abandon the console competition, because it's going to be lucrative to you. And one of the things that convinced Satya that it would be lucrative to him was the whole thing with Minecraft. Because remember when they thought that Stadia and Luna were going to, be a big risk to the gaming market? When they got Minecraft and Amazon was still providing services to Minecraft, and what it did is it skyrocketed Amazon past Azure in the stock market, or not in the stock, but on the market. When he was hopeful that they could finally overcome Amazon, he thought there was some value to this competition over platform. He just thought there was value to it between Google Stadia and Amazon. So remember, that same year, after he realized that he fell short of overtaking AWS, what did he do? He closed Mixer, sent Phil Spencer on a world tour talking about, I don't trust Amazon or Google, and Facebook too, sometimes on Tuesdays. Then bought Bethesda, and then removed those remaining Xbox services off of AWS. That was just in 1 year. Because he then valued the competition. He said, yeah, man, I don't like this. And what we're going to have to do now is we're going to have to compete with these other platforms. And he wasn't even thinking about competing with PlayStation. Phil was. That's why at first, remember when Tim Stewart and them was like, no, PlayStation, y'all gonna keep Starfield and these Bethesda games. We're not trying to take these games away from y'all. Now, they might be first with us, they might be better with us to add some value to the console, but I don't give a fuck. That's why Tim Stewart said that, because he was on the same page with Satya. They didn't give a fuck about PlayStation. Their targets were on Amazon and Google, because that's how Satya thinks. But Phil convinced Satya to know, we're not going to be friends with PlayStation. Remember when Satya was shaking hands with the head of PlayStation? I forgot at the time, and they were doing an exploratory committee to look into how they could do business together. He wanted to get away from competing with PlayStation. He didn't care about PlayStation. He cared about Amazon and Google. But he listened to Phil in a moment of weakness. Listen to Phil. And then they made the Bethesda stuff exclusive, and they did it too soon. And that was the beginning. That was the first domino of many that fucked up the ABK deal for them and full thrusted them into a publisher. Remember when Phil Spencer told the courts that, or he told somebody that ABK wasn't their new strategy? It was an accelerant. He was talking about an accelerant to the strategy that Satya wanted to go with, not an accelerant to the strategy he wanted to push. He was playing along with Satya, but was just hoping that he could convince Satya to slither out apart to where they're competing with PlayStation. Tim Dog told y'all when he was here, and I've talked to Tim plenty of times, Phil loves the console war. Phil didn't want any of this. And I'm not excusing Phil at all. Fuck no. The reason why Phil is getting this is because he failed. But Phil didn't want any of this. Phil wanted to compete on the console front, just didn't know how. But he convinced Satya to let him compete. Remember, that's when he wrote the email to Satya. I really feel comfortable about what we have. I think we have the better console. Remember that bullshit that that the courts leak showed us? He wanted to fight. But every step of the way, every time Satya entertained him, he fucked it up. And the biggest fuck up was how they handled Bethesda. Why? Because that bled over into the ABK deal. Because they did what they did with Bethesda, that gave an excuse to the cloud companies to go to the regulators and halt the ABK deal and force all this shit on Microsoft that they didn't want to happen. Thus, making the ABK deal likely something that they wish they didn't even pursue. It is definitely something Phil wish he didn't pursue, because of how they've had to handle ABK. That guaranteed that they had to become a publisher. Hence why frosted windows with PlayStation dev kits. That hurt him to the core that they had to do that. But he fucked up. It's on him. So and I was just looking at something that was in our Discord. Shout out to Doriega. Yeah, but that's what happened. Juice in the house says MM2K. When you read the email, I knew Phil was delusional. when I read that email, yeah. Christopher Duran says Phil is full of shit. I'm glad they ruined their own brand. Yeah, look, man. Here's what I can tell you guys. Phil is just incompetent at that role. He understood what it took, but here, I want to show you guys something real quick, and then we're going to move on to PSSR. What's that? What is it? Neo. Here it goes. NeoGaf. I want to show you guys this one more time for those of you that are new to the channel or whatever. I want you to look back at the PlayStation 3, or I want you to look back, not even the PlayStation 3. The PlayStation 3 doesn't even matter here. I want you to look back at the 360 exclusives, and these ain't even all of them, versus the exclusives that started coming when Phil took over here the studios. You ready? Here we go. Okay, this was launch, Cameo, AM3, Project Gotham Racing, Ridge Racer 6, Dead or Alive 4, Perfect Dark Zero. And then there was Prey, and then there was Call of Duty too. But those were third-party exclusives. Or, yeah, third-party exclusives. Then 2006, Far Cry Instincts Predator, Rumble Roses, The Outfit, Full Auto, Bomberman Act Zero, Saints Row, MotoGP 2006, Tom Clancy's Grawl, Over G Fighter C, Chrome Hounds, 99 Nights, Dead Rising, Import Tuner Challenge, Dead or Alive Extreme 2. And then there were other ones, including Gears of War, but that was a third-party one as well. 2007, Phil's not head of studios yet. Halo 3, Forza Motorsport 2, Crackdown, Tenchu Z, Kingo Legend, Beautiful Katamari, Project Sylphie, Dance Dance Revolution, Fusion Frenzy, Bullet Witch, Ace Combat 6, Wartech, Blue Dragon, Project Gotham 4. For those of you that were around, know how big most of these games were to consumers. A lot of you may be like, huh? What? All right. Now, in 2008, Phil takes over, but he takes over, I believe, in the latter half of 2008. So the games that came out in 2008 have already been slated by the previous head of studios. All right, let's look at these games. Lost Ad Odyssey, Call to Sep Saga, and look at the number. Even if you don't recognize the games, look at the number of games. And a lot of these, if not most, were AAA exclusives, right? So just look at the amount of effort. But again, Lost Odyssey, Call to Sep Saga, Too Human, Infinite Undiscovery, Viva Pinata, Fable 2, Gears of War 2, Banjo-Kazooie, the 2 Dance Dance Revolutions, Kingdom Under Fire, Circle of Doom. I love that fucking game. Operation Darkness, love that one too. I love most of these anyway, but Spectral Force 3, Zoids Assault, Guilty Gear 2, Seen It, Lips, You're in the Movies, Naruto Broken Bond. All right, you paid attention to that. Y'all saw the slew of games, those beginning years where Phil wasn't head of studios and he was, when he wasn't responsible for what came out. Now I want you to start looking at 2009 and beyond. Look how you see how the list shrunk, and let's look at the games. Halo Wars, Halo ODST, Anchiramba Samurai Squad, Magna Carta 2, Forza Motorsport, Lips, Indie Evolution, Race Pro, Stocked Cubed. Now let's go to 2010. 99 Nights, Lips Party, Crackdown 2, Halo Reach, Morph X, Nava Assault. Are you noticing something here? And then now look at the PlayStation 3 games. Look, now you're noticing that the PlayStation 3 games, they're growing while the Xbox games are shrinking. 2011, Gears, Forza, Halo, Halo Gears and Forza, Halo Gears. Are you noticing a trend now? Once Phil took over, 2012, Halo 4, Forza Horizon. And then we can go to 2013, where it was Gears of War Judgment. Do y'all see what I'm saying here? Do you see the pattern? Do you see what I'm saying here? Phil is just incompetent. And then when you look at the Xbox One lineup, I mean, who cared about it? Nobody cared about it. I mean, we hear all this stuff, Rise, look good. I mean, look, anything built on that Crytek engine, it has a shelf life as far as visuals are concerned. So yes, but Rise wasn't no excellent game. I mean, there was some cool stuff that were integrated, but it wasn't some excellent game. Dead Rising 3? It was all right. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, Dead Rising 3. I mean, well, Sunset Overdrive. And look, and I was an Xbox fanatic. I didn't buy my Xbox until I think 2014 or 2015. Yeah, I didn't buy my Xbox till 2015, I believe. I got the Assassin's Creed bundle, and I got it because it was right before the Division 2 came out. Let me see. I mean, not Division 2, Division. When did Tom Clancy the Division release? 2016. So yeah, I got mine. I got my Xbox One in 2015. The console launched in 2013. I got my Xbox 360 and I didn't get it on day one because my brother used to be a VP at manufacturing companies as well. And he's the one that told me, you never buy hardware. You know, he drilled that into my head. You never buy hardware day one. You buy it like 3 to 6 months after it launched because that's when the subsequent batches come out and they've been worked on and improved on after the official batch. So I waited 3 months to get my 360. I could have got it day one. I decided not to because of my brother. But I was an Xbox fanatic. I didn't get my Xbox One until year 3. I didn't get it in 2013, didn't get it in 2014, didn't get it until holiday 2015 when that Assassin's Creed bundle came with it. And I got it, and I said, I'm gonna get it right before the Division comes out. So the games that they were offering just weren't appealing. There was a reason why. Phil. Geek says I wasn't a fanboy. I never was a fanboy. Everybody brings something. Well, besides Game Pass, which hasn't seen the adoption that it needs in order to survive on its own, because we're already talking about. And now even the sicko fans are admitting it. They're putting their games on PlayStation to help fund Game Pass. Come on now. Then that means Game Pass is not self-sufficient. All these years where y'all told us that Game Pass was profitable, now they need PlayStation. You need PlayStation to fund Game Pass? What type of loser shit is that? What part of the game is this? Right? So, but the Xbox One, and I'm sorry, the Xbox Series offered nothing to gaming. Outside of Game Pass, which people may say is significant, okay, I'll give them Game Pass because that led to PlayStation Plus, which I'm gonna be honest with you, I enjoy more. The value in Game Pass for me is I have not come across an Xbox exclusive title that I wanted to buy except for Stalker. I would have bought Stalker 2, but I have yet to come across an Xbox game that I want to buy, but I would be willing to try just to see. That's the value in Game Pass for me. I don't have to waste $70 to try games that I generally most likely will reject. That's the value in Game Pass to me. But on the periphery, it created these other subscription services, more notably for me, or inspired these other subscription services and how they operate. PlayStation Plus, how it is now, you gotta admit it was inspired by the success that Game Pass saw during COVID. And also Ubisoft Plus. Like, that's the most valuable subscription service to me, is Ubisoft Plus. Opposite of influencing that, what has Xbox done? I can go back to the previous generations, the 360, the OG. They revolutionized gaming. We have broadband in gaming because of the Xbox. The hard drive, that was an Xbox thing. The online aspects of it, that was an Xbox thing. The multimedia aspects of it, that was an Xbox thing. Then the games that we're playing. The fact that Western developed games had the run that they had was because of Xbox. Those games originated from Xbox. Xbox made Call of Duty popular on the console. They made first-person shooters and all these games that we're playing now, the offshoots of those games from that era, the Battle Royale games and all that stuff. That is because of Xbox. None of these games right now, or nothing that Xbox has put out there, has had that type of influence outside of maybe Game Pass. And Game Pass, yes, people have adopted a version of Game Pass, but it hasn't foundationally moved gaming. Having that hardware, online, the type of games, the multimedia, that foundationally moved gaming. So yeah, I would agree with you, Geek, up until the Xbox One era. Then we got to the Xbox One era, and then it's just like Xbox for one thing and one thing only, and that's what do you call it? Game Pass, which they came out. Okay, Game Pass came out in last generation. What about this generation? Now, I don't want to hear no quick resume. I don't give a damn about no quick resume. And most people didn't give a shit about it either. The only people that have an Xbox, well, it does this quick resume thing. I guess that makes me feel good. Yep, I fell for Series S marketing too. I hope Xbox. Damn. Y'all cold as y'all. Oh, guess who's back? Guess who's back? True Virgil is back. Oh man, Virgil, what's going on, brother? Virgil, was you hiding? Was you hiding and sliding? True Virgil, what's going on, my friend? Good to see you back. True Virgil, hey, I gotta know, what are your thoughts on Xbox becoming a full third-party publisher? You argued me and my brother Cold Blood down for decades, it feels like. Telling us, no, you're wrong, Moss, you're lying. You gotta let us know. Now that Xbox fought the good fight and they lost, what do you gotta say, True Virgil? Yeah, we didn't. We missed True Virgil. We missed True Virgil. We must have offended. You know what? And I never. Now it was J Gaming, not gaming, that we had to lay into. But no, True. We always loved True Virgil. True Virgil was hilarious. But True Virgil, I'm just curious, what you think, True? Oh, God.
He came back from the worst case of diarrhea he ever had.
Oh, True Virgil. Man, I gotta know, man. True Virgil, we might have to. True Virgil, you need to join that Discord so we can give it to you in the console war channel. So we can kick your ass around like a hacky sack in the console war channel, and then you just need to join up. Shout out to True Virgil. That's the homie. We miss you, man. Miss you, man. They should put a statue in your honor. A statue of you picking Phil's pubes out your mouth. No, I'm just joking. Let me stop. Let me not do it. Bring your ass to the Discord though. True Virgil used to demean us for years. Lying ass Moss, take your ass back to Stadia. That's why Stadia ain't around no more, Moss.
No, you're the Stadia bandit.
The Stadia bandit. Stadia bandit lying again. So Phil, at least Phil's still around here. What about Stadia? Oh, True Virgil says they're maximizing their profit is all. They're still making a gaming device. Oh, true. No. That wasn't the question. They are a third-party publisher now. They've bent the knee. Y'all remember when MLB came to Xbox and how y'all was parading around? Now everything is going to PlayStation. Bruh, this is unprecedented. You can't, True Virgil, you don't duck the question, man. The people want to know, my brother. We've never seen this. When y'all try to minimize, they're just maximizing, but we've never seen it. I've never seen Commodore games made by Commodore go to Atari. I've never seen Genesis games. I've never seen Phantasy Star on Nintendo, right? Call me when you see Ratchet and Clank on Xbox. You know what I'm saying? Is Mario going to be on that new Aces ROG, right? PlayStation, Xbox. This is unprecedented. Xbox basically said, we can't keep our lights on. We need to be subsidized.
Wait, with that handheld, if it actually is just Windows, they got a better chance of getting a Nintendo exclusive on that motherfucker than ever before.
Because of pirating, yeah. That's what Xbox is hoping too.
That bitch is gonna be pirates heaven, bro.
Oh yeah,
I tell you.
Oh, absolutely. And I hope they pirate Xbox games too. Or maybe Xbox games. What are you talking about? We got Game Pass.
Now Game Pass is no longer valuable enough. They have to pirate even those games now.
Yeah.
Well, goddamn.
He said, what did you Virgil say? He said, this guy is mad because Xbox community wouldn't let him in. Stay with the PlayStation. Bro. Yeah, what you mean? There is no Xbox community anymore. Y'all houses got burnt down and we're giving y'all refuge. Y'all going all over the place. Y'all getting green cards over on PC. Y'all trying to get immigration status on PlayStation. Y'all ain't got no homes no more, True Virgil. What you talking about? He said, I've been in Microsoft earnings call. This is why True Virgil must be saved at all costs. He said, hold on, I gotta put this shit up here. I gotta wait. He said, True Virgil says, I've been in Microsoft earnings calls where they actually lay it all out. Mark my words, they will take over PlayStation. PlayStation will start doing this. Ah, man. Woo. This dude was battling us.
Moss, since True Virgil is here, let's talk about the breaking news that just happened a few hours ago.
Oh, what's that?
But I sent you the tweet.
Oh, let me see. Okay, hold on.
Didn't you read it?
Let me see here. No, I wasn't even paying attention to it. Oh man. Hey, True Virgil. Can I ask you a question? True Virgil? I just need to know. Inquiry minds want to know. True Virgil, I'm going to ask you a question and answer very, very carefully. True Virgil, what was the game of the generation? I just want to know. was the game of the generation? True Virgil. Was it maybe, was it the Falconer that came out at launch? Maybe. Was it Gears Tactics that was a PC exclusive, timed exclusive? What was it? Was it Redfall? That looks like it was made in Unity on 3 days. What was it? True Virgil. True Virgil. What was the game of the generation? I think it was Starfield, right? Was it Starfield? Crackdown. That was a good guess, BK Bed-Stuy. That was a really good guess. Crackdown was close, but no, it was Starfield, right? That's one thing that us PlayStation peasants, we were just so angry about, right? Starfield. We don't get Starfield, right? In the words of great Charlie Murphy, wrong. Rumor, Starfield mods are beginning to show the PlayStation logo on the official Creation Club website. Bethesda recently said they had a lot of exciting they call it exciting things, bro. Planned for Starfield in 2025. Hey, yo, True Virgil. How does it feel that the definitive version of your Xbox game is now on PlayStation? And look, you don't even need a PlayStation 5 Pro. Hell, Sea of Thieves and Hi-Fi Rush came over better on PlayStation than they were on Xbox.
Bro, imagine Starfield comes out and is better on the base PS5 than the
Oh my God. I bet you it will be. I bet you it will be. I bet.
Without no mods, no nothing, bro. Just a fucking game. Oh my God.
I bet you it will be. How does it?
Man. Y'all better get ready to get clowned.
Oh my God. The game of the generation.
And also start deleting your tweets about Starfield will never come to a PlayStation.
J-Dub already, I was listening to J-Dub on my way home one day. He said he already got, he got everything lined up for the moment that Starfield comes to PlayStation. Now, it may not be an exclusive to PlayStation, as he said in that tweet, that infamous tweet, but it's going to have some exclusive performance. It's going to have some exclusive performance and ray tracing. Y'all ain't getting on y'all Xbox. That's a damn shame. Oh, shit. Albert Gucci said they can keep Star Slop. Man.
Oh, it's not about that we get Starfield and we are excited. Fuck no.
Oh yeah,
absolutely not.
No.
What we are excited about is the fucking clouding that will happen now.
Oh my God! The moment that happens, like True Virgil's gonna have to log off. You're gonna have to log off everything. Just sign out. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Devil Shooter. It's gonna be a fun day on YouTube because J-Dub is gonna be cutting the. He already promised. He said I'm gonna be cutting the fuck up the day that happens. He said they still waiting on Spider-Man on Xbox. You see that janky ass Spider-Man that Kids Move was playing? What was it? Spooter Boy? What was it called? I forgot. That janky ass rip-off Spider-Man he was playing on Xbox. Playing some Spooter Boy. Yeah. Damn, True Virgil, he ran away. Oh no, Virgil, True Virgil, no! Don't run, True. Yeah, Helldivers 2, yeah. And call me a boob, but Helldivers is coming in July of 2024. It's coming. All right. Well, yeah, it's continuing to get crazy out here in these streets, in our Xbox they're in denial. And again, I wasn't trying to diss Risk It for the basket. I wasn't trying to diss him. I was just saying, I really want to interview him. I do. All jokes aside, I want to interview him.
I don't.
Because I'm trying to figure out this.
Why?
Right. I'm trying to figure out.
Look how your other brother went. Duck. That's the same shit with him right now, just that he doesn't want to accept it. That's all it is.
But that's the interesting part. Like, at least Doc and these others, now they're PC refugees, right? I'm trying to understand what is this glue that he thinks exists that makes this stick together. This Xbox is not doing what it needs to do, but it's the best. Not Xbox has problems, but it's the best. No, Xbox is not doing. Xbox is fucking up or whatever, but they're the best. I'm trying to understand how that works. And how you're telling people that PlayStation is not getting anything when they're getting your games on top of their games. And clearly I gotta ask him this, and your brother clearly is not well in depth as far as what's going on. Number one, he's coming to you, but he's not well in depth in what's going on in the gaming news. So he must be like a little bit more casual, hence why I even asked you. And for you to tell him that PlayStation's not doing anything in 4 years, why would you even try to work that angle when, if he's a casual, he don't give a fuck if a game is first party or second party. If it's coming, it's coming. If it's going to be, nobody cares that Lost Soul Aside is a second party exclusive or third party. It's not coming to Xbox, but it's coming to PlayStation. Nobody cared about Stellar Blade. Nobody cares that Death Stranding 2 eventually will make it to Xbox. It ain't coming day one. So it's not a gotcha interview. It's like, I'm trying to understand what his formula is on how he's trying to make this work. He says, let's take the consoles away for a second. Is Xbox, says Geek to Sneak, is Xbox not winning as a publisher? But okay. Before I answer that question, well, yeah, I'll answer it. Yeah, they're doing, but okay. That's like if we're talking about I'll use GE. Say if I'm like, GE washers are horrible. And we're like, yeah, GE washers are horrible. They're eating up our clothes. They're blowing up and all this other stuff. And Geek, you say, okay, whatever. But let's take the washers away for a second. Aren't GE refrigerators? They're fucking awesome, aren't they? Yeah. But what does that got to do with the quality of the washers? And look, the only reason why they're eating it up is because they had, okay, here number one, the software and the hardware is segregated. They're completely different entities. And they're not entities that are designed anymore to help each other out. Like I said before, fucking Phil Spencer and Matt Booty, they're going to Cancun while Sarah Bond's sitting there pulling her hair out trying to figure out how she's going to get out of this rut. But the biggest problem with Xbox overall is it's not bringing anything to the market. It's absorbing shit. Like, yeah, we can look at the fact that they're killing it as a publisher, but they're not bringing anything unique to the market. They're not enhancing these companies. They're not making them better. Like, do you feel like Starfield was a better Bethesda experience? Feel like Redfall was a better Bethesda offering? Do you really? I mean, I get that Avowed got a decent review score, but nope, people aren't clawing to get to that. Do you feel like that under Xbox Obsidian, they're making better games under Xbox? Do you think that? So if we're going to look at Xbox holistically, I think we need to ask the question, what is Xbox absorbing these entities, because they didn't grow them. They didn't even nurture them. They just absorbed them. Okay, but they're theirs. We can't take that away from them. What is Xbox absorbing these companies? What has it done to the product that these companies are doing in contrast to what they were doing before? Outside of, well, now they're going to be in Game Pass. What is that? Nothing. So that's the problem with Xbox in a nutshell. Let's not talk about the platform. Let's talk about the publishing stint. What are they offering besides putting these games in Game Pass? Do you really think that since Xbox has taken over these studios, you're now getting better versions of these games that were coming out anyway? You were going to get access to these games anyway, but because now they're in Game Pass, they're actually better. Like, I even fail to believe that I think Starfield would have still had problems, but I think it would have been better if they weren't owned by Xbox. Like, if they were going the route that looks like that Xbox had claimed they were going, where they were going to be exclusive to PlayStation, it actually would have been a better game. Why? Because we've already seen an example of this. What is it? I forgot the name of the studio that got shut down that did Redfall. The other department of them, they were making Dishonored games and Prey and all that other stuff. Yeah, they were getting decent scores. Nobody was buying their shit. They make an exclusive game with PlayStation for the first time, and they got a game of the year candidate, and the game was ultra successful. And I can tell you from personal experience, I couldn't stand any of their games before. And I love Deathloop. PlayStation has a nurturing aspect to them, to where when you become part of them, for the most part, I don't know what the fuck happened with Concord, but for the most part, you excel. Stellar Blade is a prime example. You excel when you're in the room with PlayStation. Xbox absorbs you, and it's like you walk away with a handicap afterwards. Prime example is Redfall. Yeah, Arcane, that's their name, Arcane. Arcane, we had to teach them what it meant to be an Xbox exclusive or Xbox first party. Apparently you don't fucking know, Phil. This is the whole incompetent thing. Apparently you don't know what it means to be an Xbox exclusive or Xbox first party. You're the motherfuckers that test filled the game and scored it double digits higher than what it was on Metacritic. So apparently you don't know either. So if you don't know, how are they supposed to know? But y'all didn't catch that. How he tried to throw them under the bus. We have to show them. Apparently you didn't know. You're the one that unshelved the game. The game was on the shelf. You unshelved the game. Saw the game's end result. Created an internal score and scored it double digits higher. And now you blame them. And this is the guy like True Virgil, I know you, True Virgil's being funny, even though he doesn't want us to know that, but he's being funny talking about wait till Xbox wins. But seriously, you guys wanted me to believe that he was going to lead Xbox to the promised land? No. Yeah, Arcane Austin, yep. I think they executed on the vision. They're basically everywhere. I mean, they didn't execute on the vision, because the vision is they be successful everywhere. And what looms over that success is the $75 billion that they spent to buy Activision. And the fact that because of Game Pass, 80% of the sales were on PlayStation, and they lost on a whole bunch of sales on Xbox, and more notably, on PC, and more notably Xbox. So I don't know how successful they were. The vision, Geek, is you execute a strategy and then you get results from it. What did their financials say? Their latest financials showed the latest financials were horrible. They only went up 2% revenue. That's after Call of Duty had its biggest launch ever, right? Call of Duty had its biggest launch ever, and they only went up 2%. Hardware fell, 47%. Their financials were horrible. In contrast to PlayStation, who's operating at a much smaller scope, they're doing better and they made more money. So if you're everywhere and you have a platform and you do worse and you make less money, they didn't execute. They are attempting to execute a vision. It hasn't boiled over yet. The vision has to land. It hasn't landed yet. He says, to be fair, I think Xbox threw shit at the wall to see what sticks. Here's what I think happened. I think you had two competing strategies. One, which was Satya Nadella's, which was to be a publisher. And the other one, which was Phil's, which was to be in the console war in some stretch of the, or I'll put it like this. Phil's, which was to appease the super fans. And it's not that you had a whole bunch of contradictory shit happening, because Satya had his plans and Phil had his plans. And they're on two totally different tracks. And now finally you see Satya's plan coming to fruition, but it's after Phil made this huge mess. So yes, they are now moving everywhere, which after everything that's happened and the fact that you have a shitty ass CEO that can't navigate, that can't punch his way through a wet paper bag. Yes, they are everywhere. They did move on that part, but they got to land somewhere. And we'll see how successful they are. Like, I think I'll say this. I will say this. I think Microsoft Gaming will be fine. I think they'll be fine. I just have problems with the Xbox platform. I don't know. Outside of selling games, I don't know how successful they'll be. Outside of selling games on other devices, I don't know. All right, hold on one second. Ugh. Okay, let's move on. Let's talk about PSSR and these updates. Come on. So PlayStation has these released this news about PSSR and how they're upgrading they're upgrading, and once the upgrades are implemented, you're going to see a lot of results that you would see in FSR4 once that's released, right? This caused a lot of problems in the community because people phrase it as in PSSR failed, and now it's converting to FSR4, which that's the farthest thing from the truth. I think now this is opposite from all the lying and the grifting and stuff like that's happening in regards to discussion. It's opposite to, I think, a legitimate discussion between actual PlayStation 5 Pro owners, their expectations from the Pro and PSSR, them feeling underwhelmed with that, and how they look at these possible upgrades and what they're looking for from these possible upgrades versus the grifters and the liars trying to say the PSSR was a failure, all this shit. So Cold Blood, where do you, when you saw this news, what do you think, and what are you expecting to come from these upgrades in 2026, as they say, and starting some of these games? Are you hopeful about it or pessimistic? What do you think about this news?
To be honest with you, it's just again proves what I said from the beginning. What we got right now is just a beta phase. The 1.0 just barely launched version. What is coming in 2026 is going to be finally what we paid for at launch. I think so. Because right now, we did not pay for PSSR to be at only 93% there. No. We paid full price up front. So I want that motherfucker to sing. And 2026 is probably the date for it. That's my point. Like I was from the beginning saying we are beta testers right now. And I stand on it.
Okay.
They needed just a justification to keep what do you call it, development forward. That's why they released the PS5 Pro already. Now that they know there is a market for it, bro, of course they're gonna start updating it. Because if there wasn't, bro, and people wouldn't buy it, they would not make any fucking updates, bro. They would just say, "Fuck y'all." You get a little bit better resolution there too.
Michael Morden says, "I'm not underwhelmed. I'm getting exactly what they told me I was getting." Play Beyond.
No. Wait. Whoa. Did I say underwhelmed? Sorry, that might have come off wrong.
No. No. I think he was responding to me, but go ahead.
No. I am not underwhelmed, really. I am just saying we paid them upfront for something they still didn't deliver yet. In my opinion. Like, I want these games to finally fucking sing, bro. Like, seriously sing. Not just maybe 70 FPS, 80 FPS. No, that motherfucker should be at 100 FPS. So it's really a difference between the PS5 and the PS5 Pro. Not just visually, but in performance. It should be fucking worlds, bro. Which it's not right now. You know what I mean?
Keep going. Hold on. I'll be right back. Hold on. Keep going.
No, that's all I wanted to say. If we get there, and this new PSSR is gonna make the FPS thing even more, oh my god. Well, my purchase just validated itself even more than it is right now.
Yeah, I think Mike was responding to me when I was saying I think there's a discussion with people that may be underwhelmed. Play Beyond says it's laying the
well, exactly what. Look, Play Beyond says it in a nicer way. What a beta tester is. I'm sorry, but that's exactly what a beta tester is. You are the one that is laying the groundwork for something else. Absolutely.
He says it's laying the groundwork for the PlayStation 6. Michael Borden says, I'm getting my PlayStation 5, what I paid for, and some. Juice says they couldn't update till the machine started learning. Yeah, I think, and again, I'm willing to have this discussion with Cold Blood because Cold Blood he supported the platform. He purchased the platform. He's given his honest take on it based upon his experience. And he ain't trying to grift or whatever. He's given his honest assessment. And like we had a discussion about this earlier, and I had to circle back and say, no, even though we come on different sides on this, you're not wrong. You had an expectation, and the expectation wasn't met. And I think part of the reason why it wasn't met is because I think the communication wasn't proper from PlayStation in regards to AI and machine learning. And a bigger part of it is they put too much messaging in the hands of Digital Foundry, which that's the curse word here. I'm going to say this, and here's why I say, this is why I'm a tech enthusiast, meaning I look at everything that's being presented, and even if holistically if something doesn't have everything that you want, I still like research the tech that's behind it because it may have potential and it could lead to something else being greater. Like prime example, I'm a performance whore. And I loved, getting 100+ frames and all this other. That's what I wanted in my gaming. However, when I came across Stadia, I got medium settings, 4K 60 or whatever, but I got on a browser and I said, this tech has potential and I wanted to see it grow. So all of my notions that I knew about native hardware gaming, I had to throw them out of the window, and I had to go through like really a 7 to 8 month process where a bunch of cloud people that worked in Silicon Valley. Like I talked to a lot of people that worked for Google. They weren't part of the Google Stadia project, but they worked for Google and they were IT people and stuff and they had to educate me. No, this is why this is doing this and this is why that's doing that. And then after that 7 to 8 month process, then I was finally an expert and I could reflect it in my content. I think the problem is a lot of people don't understand AI and machine learning and how it works and how it's different from native stuff. Like when you have something native, everything it's static. Everything that thing can do, for the most part, you're going to get day one. When it comes to AI and machine learning, you're going to get something, and you can get something that for many people is excellent. For many people, it's close. It's getting there. For many people, may not be enough, right? It really depends on what side of the spectrum you come at. But the thing about something that's AI and machine learning built, it's never static. The mind state should always be, I'm getting this in its infancy. And later it's going to be something completely different. And there's no way to put something out there that's AI and machine learning out at stage 10. You can't do that. because the AI and the machine learning has to, like Juice said in the chat, it has to machine learn. It has to learn to that point. So I think a lot of people didn't realize that, but this was something that I was covering in my coverage. And I know people was like just looking at it at Stadia. Oh, GFN, you don't get to keep your games. Instead of doing that, people should have listened to the tech breakdowns that we were given, and a lot of people would have understood this. It is a beta test for the PlayStation 6. Partially. Everything AI and machine learning is a beta test. When you first bought your first card with DLSS in it, that was a beta test for DLSS 4, because this technology is static. I mean, it's dynamic. It's not static. It's always growing. So you'll buy a device that houses this technology and understand it's always going to grow. So it really depends on how you look at it. Is the glass half empty or half full? Well, I'm going to buy something that's capable of this today, but I know later it's going to be capable of much more. And to some consumers, that's a better proposition than buying something and you just pretty much know what you're getting, and that's all you're going to get, and you're going to have to buy something. If you want anything better, you're gonna have to buy something instead of the device getting better, because the technology in it is always moving. Prime example, Stadia. And Geek knows what I'm talking about. You would buy a game on Stadia and it would look like a bowl of mud. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, oh. Cyberpunk was one. And Cyberpunk was the most successful game on Stadia. When I bought Cyberpunk, I was like, ugh, what the hell is this? Because I bought it day one. I didn't like it. Came back to it a week later. It was like I was playing it on something completely different. Oh, what patch was this? There was no patch. That was the AI and the machine learning building up the visuals. Now, again, I'm not saying that PSSR is going from that extreme, but you couldn't put in the FSR4 tech because that had to be built too. So it's like FSR4 is being built off of code and AI and machine learning from PSSR via Project Amethyst. So that's going to build FSR4. They're going to put FSR4 out there. They're putting FSR4 out there in the test fields. It's coming back with results. Those results are being added to PSSR. And that's what's going on. And I think people who were laughing at cloud gaming and not looking behind the hood at the technology, you guys kind of got lost in the sauce as PlayStation and PSSR was out there. I knew what was coming. And I spoke about it. I told y'all, I did videos beforehand, before the thing even released, when more information was coming out. And I'm like, look, I have experience with this. I'm telling y'all. And here's the crazy part about it. When you look at Stadia, they failed, not just as a platform, they failed in being able to upgrade because they didn't secure their own technology. Like, whenever you're building AI and machine learning, you got to say, okay, we're going to come out here and we're going to be able to do this at first. And our goal is to do that. But we're not going to be able to do that until we get enough data in here that tells us how to compile that. Then when you get that data that tells you how to compile that, then you move to that. Stadia, what they did is they wanted to be able to do 8K 120. And I know for a fact that the 8K 120 technology existed, but it wasn't ready yet. Why? Because they needed more data and they needed other technologies to secure it. Remember, they talked about 4K 60, then they talked about 8K 120. We go to Cloud Dosage, look at the interview that we did with Manus Games, a developer that's worked on Ubisoft games and other things, that broke this down to us because they saw it. The problem was Stadia didn't secure all of the technologies that it needed. It's rumored that part of the technology that they needed was this thing called Project Orion. Who owned Project Orion? Bethesda. Who bought Bethesda? Microsoft. That put an end to that. You no longer heard about AK120 from Stadia. Look at GeForce Now. GeForce Now, they own their technology, so they learned from Stadia's mishaps, but it took them almost 7 years to get there. To do what they're doing, it took them 7 years to get there. Remember when I told y'all, and this is why instead of trying to beat us down, you listen to us. I'm telling you so you don't end up on the wrong side of information. I told y'all on multiple occasions that PSSR's AI and machine learning was going to move more rapidly than any of these other platforms, Stadia and GFN, for example, because there's going to be more people on it. The more people that are on it, the more people training AI and machine learning, the faster the updates are coming. And what happened? The updates came so goddamn fast, y'all think PSSR was a failure. Y'all think PSSR was outdated or had to be back. No! I told you, motherfuckers. This shit is going to move so rapidly, it's going to make your head spin because it's PlayStation and there's going to be more people playing on PlayStation, feeding this AI and machine learning through the Pro to make it move rapidly than you're going to see with any AI and machine learning tech out there. And more importantly, even when it comes to PC games, I'm not saying there's more people on PlayStation and PC, but the fact of the matter is there are more people playing AAA games on PlayStation than are playing AAA games on PC, right? Or AAA games that require tech like DLSS. So tech like PSSR is going to get more training than DLSS did in its initial days, in its early days. Not now, but in its early days. PSSR is going to get more training than DLSS got in its early days. As you can see, they're already upgrading. You cannot infuse these FSR4 technologies unless you've gotten to a point to where the AI and the machine learning data, now it can pretty much be like a cushion to accept that implementation. If that was possible, then trust me, they would have been infused the FSR4 data and they probably would have charged you $800 for it. They couldn't do it yet. It's like, again, another example. When Stadia was Project Stream was only 1080 30 frames per second with Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Remember that, y'all? It was only 1080 30. After 55,000 hours of data, they were able to give you the 4K. They were able to infuse the 4K 60 technology. This stuff works in stages. And I know I personally tried to tell y'all, I get that PlayStation did a poorest job in explaining this. They let this be explained by Digital Foundry, and Digital Foundry flubbed this. They flubbed it with Stadia, they flubbed it with GFN, they just flub it everywhere. And that was a piss poor decision by PlayStation. But I know I told y'all, yeah, DLSS is on top, but it's been out significantly longer, geek. But what I'm saying is PSSR is upgrading at a faster pace because the games that require DLSS to be used the most, or the games that require these upscalers to be used the most, they are being played more often than not on PlayStation. So yeah, when it comes to this AI and machine learning tech, you can look at it, and I understand why people look at it and say, well, damn, I'm paying for something light now and I won't get what I really want until later. You can look at it that way, or you could say, I bought this piece of technology that will offer me something now, but that's not it. It won't stop. I'm going to keep getting more and more and more and more. And that's crazy. But I will say, and that's why I said I had to circle back when me and Cold Blood was talking about this, and I had to say, you know what, you're not wrong, because I understand where you're coming from. Another reason why I say that is too, I don't think that the PlayStation 5 Pro had to be $700. Now, even though Digital Foundry is a swear word here, I think they could have got away with $600, but they were following the market, which says when you do these upgrades, they're about a $200 to $250 upgrade. The PlayStation 4 Pro, when it came out, I think that the PlayStation 4 Slim was $200 when it came out, and then the Pro was $400, I think. The Xbox One X, it was I think the Xbox One X was $500. And then I think the Xbox One S was like, at the time, it was retailing for $250, for $249. So PlayStation simply followed the market and said, we ain't got no competition. And the fact of the matter is, unfortunately, we're not able to get a price drop in hardware. So the base PlayStation Digital is $450. So $250 from that is $700. Did it have to be that? I don't think so. I think they would have had high enough margins if it was $600. But I'm not on PlayStation's board. I'm not Hiroki Totoki. And by them charging $700, was that the smart thing to do? Or would it have been smarter to make it $600 and get more sales? Would they have had better margins then? I don't know. All I can say is that PlayStation's margins went up.
Moss.
Uh-huh.
Can we at least agree on one thing, which is in my opinion, the most dumbest thing Sony could have done?
Mm-hmm.
Is take out this damn disk drive.
Yeah,
that disk drive would not have made any dent in their fucking financials if they just put it in that motherfucker.
I think they were being too technical in taking that out, and they shouldn't have done that.
Thank you.
I don't agree with. I do think that they did that. There was a reason why they did that too, because they wanted to push people more. They knew people would, like myself, that didn't already have a disk drive, would say, "Well, fuck, I'll just buy digital." And that's what Sony wants. They want you to buy digital. They don't want you to buy hard, Again, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, as far as price is concerned, I'm not saying there is some inflation going on here from play. I'm not saying that. But I am saying that for me, the Pro exceeded my expectations. I did not expect for this thing to be this good, only because I number one, I understand the AI and machine learning tech. I did not expect to pop in Stellar Blade and think that I was on a high-end PC. I didn't think that Spider-Man would look as good as it did. I did not expect that. For an extra $250, I didn't expect those type of, you could think about it that way. Like when you look at PC games, if you put an extra $250, if you go $250 higher in PC parts, do you get that significant of an increase? Maybe with AMD, like if you were to get one AMD card that's $250 higher, maybe, I don't know. But I look at the $250 difference, and I say I think it's worth it. But I don't know. It probably would have been smarter to get more out there. Because if your end game are, for one, these FSR4 updates, and the ultimate end game is the PlayStation 6, you want this in many hands as possible. You don't want to kill your margins, but you want this in many hands as possible. And I do agree with Cold Blood. I don't think the disk drive thing was needed. So, let's see here. Let's go to the chat. You guys are tearing it up today. Says, Juice says they are making a Series S version of the ROG Ally. And Navanzor. We got Andrew Wilkins in the house. He says, no, it's not. You see, my smarter than everyone else self never bought an Xbox. I've always known how murderous and racist Microsoft is. Oh man. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. I didn't know that. Didn't know that Satya was a Nazi. Oh man. No one complained about the $800 ROG, but the 700 Pro was expensive. Yeah. I mean, of course, because when PlayStation does it, the hashtag when PlayStation, that should be the new hashtag. When PlayStation does it, I'm clowning anyone who pays $800 for a handheld, but cried about $700 for a Pro. Yeah. Exactly. Nobody buying that shit. Let's see here. You're a business port. Yeah. Okay. These are some of the older. Let me get to some of the newer comments. Quiet as kept. Cold Blood told me he just hates on Xbox for the likes. Is that what he told you, Geek?
Huh?
He said,
who's lying on me again?
Geek said you told him low key. You told him that you. Oh shit! But
I lie on Xbox so we can get likes.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's the claim, bro.
Brother, that is nothing to lie about. that motherfucker's dog shit.
Oh shit!
What are you talking about, bro?
Can I get a girl? I don't care. I don't care, son. Anyway, Michael Morden says, I don't have a problem with what Cold Blood said. I'm just saying for me, it's giving me what I want. Also, I know it's going to be better too. Yeah, I get it. PC players have to beta test DLSS when it first launched. From what I understand, DLSS was shit when it first released in 2019. Corey Massey says it's always going to change. It was never supposed to be a static thing. Geek says the average console gamer doesn't know anything about that. How I found out that my PS4 Pro, from my PS4 Pro friends, they thought it was native 4K. I got you, but I think PSSR is ahead of the curve compared to the upscalers. I don't understand how digital. Well, here's the thing. Okay, great point, Mike. I agree with you. I agree with you that PSSR might finally be able to do what FSR can't. I think what it can do, because you see when it's implemented right. Like, again, this is what people have to realize. You're seeing games having PSSR applied on top of it. That's another thing too. That's why I really didn't expect much. All I expected was, here's what I wanted from PSSR in the PlayStation 5 Pro. I wanted the initial games to make the performance mode smooth so they weren't so muddy. That's what I was expecting. And secondly, I was expecting the AI and machine learning to be upgraded, or hoping it would get upgraded before Grand Theft Auto 6 or whatever, to where Grand Theft Auto 6 would have a smooth performance mode. Again, understanding upscalers and AI and ML in those upscaling techniques, because we got to remember the original versions of FSR doesn't have, I don't think has like AI and machine learning in it. But me understanding how it works, that was my expectations. DLSS was very slowly rolled out. And it had problems. And I'm going to say this, because nobody's singing the praises of DLSS back then at launch. I'm going to say this. Within the first 3 or 6, whatever this is, 6 months of PSSR's release, I would imagine PSSR got significantly way more play hours than DLSS. That's my assessment. That's what I think. And I think PSSR out of the box was more capable than DLSS out of the box. Again, this is out of the box. This isn't DLSS now. I know you guys would like hear that and like, oh, but you're not thinking of DLSS 1.0. I think PSSR 1.0 is more capable than DLSS 1.0. So, with that said, if PSSR got more play hours and it's more capable, I think we'll see it grow rapidly. Now, is it going to catch DLSS anytime soon? I don't think within the next couple of years it will, but I do think it ain't going to take it forever. And I think it's going to do what FSR can't do because of how that technology is built. I think it get down. What are you doing? Crazy cat. Sorry about that. Trying to jump on my mechanical keyboard. Kick your ass, cat. Anyway. Yeah, DLSS is going to have, I think, its biggest competition as far as how well it upscales from PSSR. Really, they're not going to be competitors because DLSS is more or less is PC technology, right? Where PSSR is strictly for the PlayStation. So Digital Foundry is saying what they're saying because look at their content now. Digital Foundry has decided that because Microsoft bowed out and all the shit that they said about Microsoft, you know, going into the generation, they've had to eat crow week after week after week and give completely different results. Because of that, they're taking their ball and they're going home. Meaning they're no longer going to be they're still going to report on it. And they're still going to take your clicks and take your super chat or take your whatever, your support on it. But they're no longer going to be a reliable and a balanced source as it relates to reviewing consoles. Those days are over. We have a phrase on our Discord, and it might be difficult. It might be hard to follow, but bear with me. We'll say it with you. We have a phrase in our Discord. Fuck Digital Foundry. that's fuck them. Because I'm a console gamer and a PC gamer, but I'm a console gamer. And when you talk about the consoles, I want the truth. I want the facts. I don't care that you're sour and sore that Xbox ain't going to feed your console content anymore. So you're just going, oh, phooey, fuck them, fuck them all, right? PlayStation 5 Pro, oh, phooey. You guys tried that shit. And that's why Mark Cerny came out with this news. And this is why what I wish Mark Cerny would do is find somebody at Digital Foundry's knowledge base or higher, and Digital Foundry's articulation over said knowledge, and hire them to talk about this shit instead of going to Digital Foundry. Y'all see what Digital Foundry tried to do? And shout out to Jamie Zach. I think he pulled this out. Hold on. Or was it Oliver Darko? Because I forgot about this. Because we were in the Discord looking at their thumbnail, Digital Foundry's thumbnail. We were looking at it and we were laughing at the thumbnail because we were like, damn, they got to report good PlayStation news about PS5 Pro and they can't stand it. They had Alex Bugag on there. But then Hold on, let me look for Oliver Darko. But then Oliver made me realize, no, it's bigger than that. There's a reason why Oliver got that sour look on his face. Let me see if I can find it. Damn it, I thought I bookmarked it. I gotta start bookmarking this shit. Oh, damn it. I'm not following Oliver Darko. And because of this bullshit ass search, is this him? I think this is him. Yeah, this is Oliver. Okay, all right. I think it's Oliver that did this. So let me look. Oh shit, I missed this. It says People Can Fly has entered in an agreement with Sony Interactive for a new game codenamed Project Delta. Oh, wow, that might be the first People Can Fly game that's actually good. All right, I gotta find this from Oliver Darko. It's either Oliver Darko or Jamie put this out here. See if I can find it. God damn it! It might have been Jamie's act. I think it must have been Jamie's act. Okay. Damn it! And I wish I would have bookmarked this. All right, let me go check Jamie's act account. I just want to keep scrolling, make sure that it wasn't Oliver. I don't know why I think it was Oliver. Hold on. Okay. Okay, I think it must have been Jamie's act. Okay, let me go to Jamie's act account. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, after. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Jamie's act now. Hold on. Come on. Where's it at, brother? Where is it at, Jamie? Okay. Let me see, Jack. Oh, I can't find it. Ain't this it? This sucks. This is my fault because I should have bookmarked it as soon as I saw it. All right, here's the thing. No. Is this it? The neural? No, Digital Foundry says. Okay, no, this ain't it. Okay, so one of those two have found a video where Digital Foundry, they had captured when Digital Foundry was at some type of AMD presentation, and it looked like FSR4, right? And so Oliver and Alex Bugaga was talking about it. And so Oliver asked Alex, like, do you think that this is, because there's Project Amethyst, do you think that there's any PSSR in this at all? And I was like, oh, absolutely not, because it's not doing the weird shimmery. I mean, he just went on the attack of PSSR. So Mark Cerny heard that, right? And Mark Cerny put on his glasses, buttoned up his shirt, and shit all over them. And I love it because I didn't realize it at first. This is why he dropped the news. He dropped the news to make Digital Foundry look like the fucking turds that they are. What did he say? He let them know, oh, PSSR is all over this shit. Why? Because the upgrades that you see in FSR4, you're going to see mirror images of a lot of those upgrades. You're going to see it in PSSR. So that's why when you look at that video, Alex Bugaga has that face, because there's a specific point in that video where Richard Ledbetter, he knows, because they're feeling the heat now. We got to keep this heat up. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm tired of gamers being lied to. There's a specific spot in that video where Richard says, well, Alex, do you have something to say about this? And this is the pre-rehearsed time where Alex has to fall on the sword because he talked that shit at I can't, what that was, CDC or something like that, where he talked that shit. Absolutely not. That's why what's the name came out, and I'm glad he did that. And Mark Cerny or anybody that's close to Mark, if y'all listening, look, man, I would have said, originally I said go hire Oliver. I don't even know about Oliver now because Oliver, apparently they went to him and said, look, we're buttering your bread, so you better fall in line. And he said some goofy shit about PlayStation 5 Pro, which completely contradicted what he said before. So I don't even know about Oliver anymore. I'm just like, fuck all of them. But get somebody like Oliver, who great diction, can break this down for the average ear to understand, and can really help in the knowledge base building about what it is that you're trying to implement. Because as you saw right then and there, and had Mark Cerny not come out and correct the record, they would, oh, absolutely not. There's nothing. Absolutely not. Like, come on now. How do you know? FSR is so much more mature than what PSSR is. You don't know. I would have just said, I don't know. I mean, I can't see it, but it wouldn't be so far off the far off a belief, being that apparently Project Amethyst is the joint union between both technologies. But I don't see it. That would have been a reasonable response. But no, you don't get that from Digital Foundry. Why? Because they picked up their ball and left. They are so soured that Xbox was not going to keep the console war going and keep feeding the cash cow. Now they picked up the ball and went to the PC side. And in order for them to be accepted on the PC side, they have to talk shit on PlayStation. How do I know this? Because all of the goofy PC refugees and the PC goof nuts that praise everything Digital Foundry did. When I did my series of videos, they were trying to unadulterate my chat. Little do they know I'm with the fuckery too. So I enjoyed it because I'm an asshole. And all that did was let me reconfirm what I had already knew. That this new breed of PCMR, they got a hard on for hating PlayStation for some reason. Oh, that's just Nintendo. Nintendo gets a pass, but they got to hate on PlayStation. So, Corey Massey says, no, Outriders was good. I mean, eventually, yeah, eventually I can't excuse going multiple months fucked up. I can't excuse it. Now, eventually Outriders was good. But that was so well after the fact from launch that, yeah, I can't give them a W for that one. I'm sorry. And, I'm in the market for Outriders. That's a game right up my alley. I love co-op games like that. Co-op shooters like that. That's at the top of my list.
Well, Moss, then you should be happy that they signed an agreement with Sony.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, that's what I just read. Yep. The project, whatever. Yep. And I think they're better suited with Sony.
But what I don't like is an existing IP. I don't like that.
Oh, it said I missed that part.
Yeah. Like, bruh, nah, we need new IPs. What the fuck are they doing? I don't want them to always just reiterate old games, bro. Like, I'm so done with that.
We'll see. Maybe they might be reviving
Killzone.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't think they would do any
Resistance.
Probably, I would say.
Fucking
yeah, Resistance.
What's it called? SOCOM.
That could be it. SOCOM. That could be it. Now I'm for that. I'm for that. I didn't even think of that. I'm for them reviving SOCOM. Who was the studio that worked on the original SOCOM? Are they even still around?
I could not even tell you because I didn't give a shit.
Yeah, yeah. SOCOM. Yeah, that's
Zipper Interactive. That,
yeah, I don't even think
they
they're
don't
around
exist anymore.
Yeah, they don't exist anymore because I think the Zipper Interactive started working on the eye toy and shit like that, and then yep. That's what's up, man. Hey, look, I know shooters like that ain't really your cup of tea. I love that when I didn't like PlayStation games, that's the only game that I liked was SOCOM. And I think, was it SOCOM 2? I can't remember. SOCOM 2 was the shit. Because that was during my Conflict in Desert Storm days and Conflict in Vietnam. The Conflict games, I love the Conflict games. And then one of the SOCOMs came out and I was like, oh, this is the shit. Now, if they're going to do that, that's cool. That's what's up. We'll see what it is.
Existing IP, Concord remake. Oh my god. I would laugh my ass off if they tried it again with another studio.
Oh my god. No. That would be horrible. Somebody said, aren't they helping? I think they are, but they got to do as much as they can. People can fly. I can imagine they're one payment away from shutting down, and I'm not saying that lightly, but they got fucked over by Outriders.
Well, not by Outriders. They got fucked over by Square.
Well, here's how they got fucked over. They got fucked over. Really? No, I think they got fucked over by PlayStation. I mean, not Jesus, by Xbox.
Wait, to throw PlayStation under the bus?
Yeah, the chat was about to go crazy. What? We knew you were a hater. No, Xbox fucked them over. It was another thing they was laughing at me.
Yes, but in the end, it was Square that decided for them
to take
this deal, right?
That is true.
So
yes, that is true.
Really, it's Square that fucked them over and didn't pay them any fucking royalties at all.
Yeah. But that was because of that Xbox. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was a combination of, and again, this is...
in my opinion, that's not Xbox's fault. Xbox said, we give you money, you want it or not? And Square said yes. So, hey, what happens afterwards is Square's fault.
Nah, here's the reason, because it is, normally I would agree with you. And I'm not just picking on Xbox in this case. Square's definitely the number one. Yeah, because Square had to accept it. But the fact that Xbox did it and the reason why they did it was so petty and was so unnecessary in the long run. You know why Xbox did that, right? They did that because of Stadia, of all things. They did that because they were fearful.
Brother, no, but look. In the end, it doesn't matter why Xbox did this deal with Square. Square said yes. So Square fucked them over.
Well,
in my eyes.
Well, I mean, that is true, but it matters because because Game Pass is supposed to be, you market it and pivoted Game Pass off of being developer friendly. And here you know that if you put this game day and date in there, that could fuck with a royalty deal. You didn't care. You were so worried about Stadia, of all things, because Stadia was sitting there doing a world tour with Square Enix about Outriders and was showing pictures that made it look like that it was going to look fantastic. Meanwhile, it was the worst on Stadia, and it took them a year to fix it, or 6 months to fix it on Stadia. So you did all that for nothing. But yet you're trying to pivot Game Pass as this developer-friendly thing. That's why I blame Xbox, because of how they were marketing Game Pass. I don't absolve Square, but nah, you don't get to, because it's not even a market. You're promoting and you're approaching developers like, oh yeah, man, if you throw your support behind Game Pass, we're here for you. And you're not. You're clearly not. And people can fly. I think that's what fucked them over more recently than anything. And didn't they cancel a couple of projects too? I think they had to cancel a couple of projects.
I can't tell you. I have no idea. After I platinumed that game, I did not want to hear anything about this developer.
Oh, God. But last thing before we get out of here is, of course, Death Stranding 2. And, well,
oh, boy.
Your quick thoughts on that, man. What did you think about that?
So, where is the hate? Where is the? It's a walking sim. We don't want this shit. Go throw your dookie bombs at hentai tentacle monsters. Where's all that shit? Why is everybody port begging, brother? What happened?
They're hurting, bro. They are hurting. They are hurting. And I can't blame them. They're in a bad way, brother. They're in a real bad way. I can't even blame them. They're not, there's no way, shape, form, or fashion that they're going to be able to let this. When I dropped my DS2 video about how Kojima spat on everybody, you don't want to know the constant replies that I was getting? It's coming to Xbox eventually. This is not an exclusive. How are you guys trying to make that argument? But as Xbox games come to PlayStation, I get it day one. But these are your games. Like, Sony doesn't own. Hold on one second. Sony doesn't own Death Stranding. They gave them the rights back so you peasants could play it. They said, we got our use out of it. We got our second game out of it. Y'all can get the first game 4 or 5 years later. And I don't know when y'all gonna get the second game. But as long as it's day one here and it helps us sell consoles, we're good. And that's for the developers, because did you read on I didn't even know this about how Andrew House helped Kojima start the company?
Oh, I know.
I didn't even know
Kojima
that.
talked about it. I knew that. Kojima had no fucking money, nothing, bro.
Yeah.
He started that company from zero, bro.
That's crazy. And y'all want to talk all this shit about how Xbox is pro-consumer, buying up property, gutting out developers, throwing them to the wayside, right? They're pro-consumer, and then we just talked about Outriders. Well, I'm sorry, I can't give them a pass because they knew what they were doing, and they were doing it for the most minuscule reasons. But here you got PlayStation. Just because you were a developer and y'all had a long established relationship, they said, here, we're going to help you out. All we ask for is that, we hold this IP for a little bit. And I remember seeing it because me and Porter Rock had gotten to a debate about how the Decima engine started. And so I was doing research on it and trying to find information on the IP. And so when I finally found the information, it was like unclear, like who really owned it. And I had noticed, but I never heard the story with Andrew House. But that's crazy, bro. I ain't never heard anything like that from Xbox. Gave Kojima just because he looked out for them.
I know what Xbox did.
What's that?
They promoted the fuck out of Falconeer for one day.
Oh my god.
That was their system setup, bro.
That's crazy to me, man. Yeah, yeah, they are, Michael Morden, they are definitely pro developers. This is what I'm talking about. Look, I've had conversations with developers who told me horror stories about trying to work with Xbox. And pretty much essentially, now I'm not going to say all of them told me, but pretty much essentially said that all this, yeah, we're for the developers and the creatives. It's a lot of it is bullshit, because once they agree to work with you, the support that you're given is dog shit. And here you got a developer, like, look, okay, two prime examples to my point. Kojima works hand in hand with PlayStation and helps propel their platform, even does something. Well, no, I don't even think that was Kojima that did that. Konami did that. I don't think Kojima wanted to do it. When Konami made Metal Gear Multiplat, I don't even think Kojima wanted to do that, because that's parallel development that makes development even more difficult. But yeah, and because we have a long-standing relationship, I look out for you and I help you start your own company. We say, look, we got to hold this IP until it gets to XYZ, and once it gets to XYZ, you can have it back, man. It's all yours. And gave it back to him and just struck an exclusive deal with him for part 2. On the flip side of that, let's look at Xbox. Let's look at a company that had the same parallel relationship with them as Kojima did with PlayStation. Bethesda. Bro,
no, wait. You don't even have to go nowhere. Where is that Xbox Kojima game at? you don't have to, bro. Don't use any other example. Just use Kojima himself. He promoted a fucking game that is gonna be some cloud whatever experiment. Mm-hmm. Where is that?
They just wanted the name. They wanted the name. That's all. No telling how that thing is moving along. And really, the platform, the Xbox cloud platform, is so underwhelming in comparison to everything else that's out there. I don't even know if that thing ever comes out. It's probably just concepts sitting out there and waiting. It's probably concepts sitting out there and waiting. Who knows? But Bethesda pretty much made, outside of Halo, Oblivion, and all those games, they made Xbox into something that just wasn't a shooter box. It's an RPG box too, right? You want good RPGs, like Western RPGs, of course, you gotta go to Xbox, right? That was because of Bethesda. So what do? Well, they buy them, right? But then, make promises to them that they know they're not going to keep. Phil Spencer, of all people, that's the one that they signed because they trusted Phil. They're thinking they're still going to be multi-plat, but they're just going to have the backing of Microsoft. That's not the case. He makes them go exclusive, which heavily guts their work and the potential reach of their work. Then after Xbox's failed strategies, they gut them. They gut them. They force Pete Hines out. They release disasters of games, and they completely gut and restructure them to where, outside of id Software, I don't know if anybody else there is happy. Like they've left id alone, it appears. But everybody else, has had to, and long time industry stewards like Pete Hines is like, fuck it, I'm out of here. And you guys want to tell me that Xbox is more for the developers than PlayStation, fuck out of here. Not only do they work better with PlayStation and give you better products, but you will not hear a story like that coming out of Xbox. Please. All right. Yeah, but amazing video. I mean, amazing trailer. Like you said, Cold Blood, they're hurting. They're trying anything under the sun. This Silent Hill F, this is more up your alley. I mean, this still looks interesting to me, but Silent Hill F, man, what did you think about that?
Where's gameplay?
Yeah.
Because really, you show some interesting shit, but you never accompany it with the fucking gameplay. Like, brother, I'm so tired of these fucking trailers being completely nothing. It's just gameplay, it's just some cutscenes, yeah? Mm-hmm. Some story shit that makes no sense right now because we have no fucking idea what it's about. And then you expect us to be overly hyped about it. Like, yeah, sure, it's fucking great what they showed so far from the vibes. Like, finally a Silent Hill that is actually in Japan with Japanese vibes. I'm all for it. But goddamn, have at least like 30 seconds of gameplay, something, bro. Not just this woman just run around or be fucking tired or whatever. I don't know. That's not how you show a game, in my opinion. It's cool for getting some hype, I guess, but I can be overly hyped right now because I don't know how the actual gameplay is gonna be. Yeah, because you think that is the graphics you're gonna get in the game? I don't think so.
Yeah, these aren't. These are. This isn't gameplay. This is quote unquote an engine, probably, which that doesn't mean anything. But it looks very interesting. I will say that it looks very interesting.
Yes.
And I think for a reveal trailer, I'm personally I liked it because of.
Actually, this is not the reveal trailer. The reveal trailer was last time they had Silent Hill show.
Oh, how long ago was that? I thought this was the reveal trailer.
No. That's why I say I am disappointed right now we didn't see gameplay this time around. The actual first trailer was what I would expect from a review trailer, yeah? And I wouldn't even say anything about gameplay at that point because it was probably still way in development.
Yeah.
But this time around, I would have expected gameplay.
Yeah.
And not just her having some fucking stick and be ready to fight someone. That is not gameplay to me.
Yeah, I thought this was the reveal because I don't remember hearing about this.
No, Moss.
Interesting. Okay. Well, we didn't get a date. What did you guys think about the trailer? Did y'all enjoy it or whatever? Or did y'all hear about this before? I'm gonna end this poll that we had. We had 51 votes. Do you think that the rumored Asus Xbox handheld would be worth the purchase?
Can I guess? 95% said no.
Yeah, 96%. You were close.
Well damn.
Yeah. Now, nobody. Look, man. Now, this is what I'm trying to understand. I need to understand who is this for? And you know, it's probably one vote to maybe 2 votes that said yes. We're trying to understand who this is for.
Sean.
He's a
Geek.
Sean. Yeah, I don't know who this is for. Gosh, I just need for people to understand that Xbox is pivoting. They're not trying to reach your expectations. They talk about a lot of things that they know you would like for them to do. So they tell you this, and then when you get to final product, it's something completely different. You guys gotta wake up and realize that. And it's not me hating, it's me. I was a victim of this myself, you know. But as I showed you guys earlier in the show, Phil Spencer cannot be trusted because he does not have an eye for great games, or great gaming platforms. All right. Any final thoughts, Cold Blood, before we get out of here?
I was thinking about something, but I forgot.
Oh.
Damn.
Yep.
No, actually, what is coming out in the next few months?
Let's see here. 2025 game releases. 2025 game releases. GameSpot. Trusty GameSpot. See what their 2025 game releases are. It says these are the games releasing in 2025. Okay, let's go. Okay, we're out of January. February. Let's see what March has given us. War Robots Frontiers. I wish they had pictures next to their shit. It's easier. All right, we already got Split Fiction, Fragpunk, Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster, Sugar Dew Island, Fate Reawakened, 33 Immortals. That's not the 33 of Cure. That's that other game. Atelier Yumiya, The Alchemist of Memories. Is that one game with the female?
It's an anime game.
Oh, okay. There's no pictures up for it. First Berserker comes out March 27th. Adam Fall is March 27th too.
Oh no, bro! Oh my god! Did you see the gameplay of that game?
No, I've seen some gameplay. I haven't seen anything recently.
Bro, that game looks rough as hell, bro.
Yeah, it looks like the secondhand Fallout, which I mean, well, you know, it's on Game Pass. Now I'm using the excuse. It's on Game Pass. I'll try it and see. But there's been no positive previews for that game. None at all.
Well, not exactly. I mean, the fucking Skill Up had a somewhat positive preview for it.
I know that's your boy. I can't do it.
No, he's not my boy, brother. But I'm just saying that there is some positive previews. Like, that's not all negative or anything. It's just I see gameplay. Mm-hmm. That gameplay looks like fucking AA at best.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't look impressive.
That's what I think it is. I think it's AA. Clear
and it's made by those Sniper Elite dudes, which they always make some AA, somewhat cheap games.
Yeah, like, and not all their games are bad. Like,
No. They have some cool features in those games. Like, it's not like it is creatively bankrupt completely. It's just, it looks so cheap, bro. Like, holy shit, does it look cheap?
Like I like Army of Darkness. They had another game. I forgot what that game was. But the sniper. Yeah, they're the double A masters. They're the double A masters right now. Yeah. And Adam Fall.
Double A sweatshop.
Yeah, double A sweatshop. Now in April we got South of Midnight, your favorite.
Nah, y'all can have that exclusive.
Still,
I'm good.
Lost Broken, The Fool's Apprentice, Bionic. My favorite, Lunar Remastered, is coming. I didn't even realize it was coming out soon. Clear Obscure, Expedition 33.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. That game is on my list.
Days Gone Remastered, that's another favorite of yours. Forza Horizon 5. And yeah, but April looks to be pretty good.
Well, it's only Clear Obscure for me.
Clear Obscure, I guess Game Pass will get a couple of hits from me.
I will never buy a fucking remaster or remake from Sony games that just recently came out. Fuck no. Y'all better give me that shit in PS Plus. And even then, I probably never will start that game.
I might get that game. I like Days Gone so much, and I could play it on my PC, but nah, I'd rather play it on my PlayStation 5 Pro. I'd rather play it on my Pro. All right. Anything else there, brother, before we get out of here?
So, since you was bugging me about Monster Hunter, how far I am. So, how far are you in Monster Hunter?
I don't even have the game. This is a one-way street, buddy. Like you don't hold me to any standards. All right, I'm not supposed to live up to my words. You are. That's
nah. Hell no, brother.
It's like Phil's. Do as I say, not as I do. All right. No, yeah, I don't. I Monster Hunter.
No,
go ahead.
Yeah. No.
I was gonna say Monster Hunter. It's everybody's enjoying the fuck out of it. I wonder what it's still doing on Steam. It's not my cup of tea. Holy shit. Yeah, it's still killing it on Steam. Golly. Yep. It isn't my cup of tea, but that's just me. What is this repo?
What?
Oh my God. This crappy shit called repo on PC. It's got a 94% and it's got 160,000 people in it right now.
Are you literally talking about repossession?
No, it's called repo, REPO. Here, let me copy the link.
But don't tell me it's a game about getting some fucking vehicles back from criminals or something.
No, it looks like Five Nights at Freddy and shit.
Okay. I was thinking it was something completely different.
Yeah, it looks like. No, it's spelled repo. It says an online co-op horror game with up to 6 players. Okay, so it's like a co-op game. Here it goes right here. Watch. What am I watching? Oh, no, I'm not watching it. Go to the store. Here it goes right here. Here goes gameplay of it. Okay. Oh yeah, this is what do you call it? Yeah, this is yeah, it looks like Five Nights at Freddy meets Among Us. That's what it looks like. That's exactly, yeah, that's what this looks like. Five Nights.
Okay, one question. Why do you have a 4090?
Who, me?
No, I mean in general PC.
Oh
gaming.
yeah, bro. Because they don't.
Why do?
Because they don't. These motherfuckers are liars. Because they don't. Look at this shit, man. This is the stuff that's being bought on PC games, man.
That's probably, bro. That's probably the only game that will run 60 FPS on a fucking Xbox handheld.
Those are the games that are being bought on Steam. No, it ain't. Come on, man. That's crazy, bro. 160,000 views. Not views. People in it right now. That's wild, and it's $10. See, this is the type of stuff that flies off the shelf, and it's in early access. Of
course, because on PC you can't have full games like that. That's impossible. No.
You want to?
It has to be on it.
Want to hear the system requirements?
A GTX 1050.
Close 970. You need a GTX 1070 is recommended, but yeah, a GTX 1070 is recommended, but you can play this with the GTX 970.
No, of course.
Yeah, these are their games.
But they talk about 4K 60 gaming, brother.
Yeah. That's why they don't even belong in this discussion, bro. That's why they don't even belong in this discussion. All right, I'm gonna go make me something to eat. I ain't ate all day.
Oh wait, how many players has Banana right now?
Hold on. Let's look and see. Banana has. Oh, hold on. Oh, I was about to say it knocked Banana off the charts. 120,000 people. This is insane to me. Like, I would have gotten the joke like maybe the first week in the first. This is insanity. This is literally insane. This doesn't make any sense. Crazy.
Some of these PCs been running since last year. This fucking game. Just clicking on
God. I'm just curious. I want to see what the requirements are. Integrated graphics card. Oh shit, hold on. Hold on. Let me read this shit. So the it says recommended operating systems, goes all the way back to Windows 7. Processor, the Intel i5 10500, AMD Ryzen 7 Plus. I think that's too high. Graphics, any.
Well, of course, if you just have to render a picture of a fucking banana.
Bro. This banana is a clicker game, which you click a banana, you click banana again. But bro, this is what I'm saying. Why? Why? What are you doing? What are you doing? Black Bleach says just bought DS1 yesterday after seeing the trailer for 2. Yeah, a lot of people are doing that. A lot of people are doing that, and you're seeing gameplays of it go up too. All right, we're gonna get out of here. And I might give Death Stranding another try. Can I get it at 60 frames per second on? Did they do it? Do they have a definitive edition or something?
Of course.
Did they do it? Oh, okay. And if it plays at 60, I'll get it and I'll play it. And I might record it. I'll give it another shot. All right. Thank you, Mary. Yeah, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to eat. And my wife is looking at me like, what the fuck are we going to eat? But thank y'all for coming through. We appreciate it. Please, I got it pinned at the top. Join the Discord, man. We have our rooms where, you know, it gets crazy. But then we got a general room too, where we just chop it up normally. That's why I wanted to have both of those places for some of you that are faint of heart, that ain't ready for the foolery and effery. Y'all come and kick out there. But check out the Discord. We're going to be doing watch parties, giveaways, stuff like that. And also consider becoming a members. Right now, while my schedule is fucked up, 90% of my content is through the members platform. So just simply at $3.99 a month, you can get access to all that content. All right. And hopefully, I don't know. I can't say April. If the people that I'm working with get their shit together and finish their part of the project, maybe things will go back together in April, maybe May. I don't know. But May, I'm surmising May the latest. So don't miss it on any of that content, man. So with that said, appreciate everybody. And then if you're a member, you get to check out the video that's not coming out to the public till later. With that said, appreciate everybody. Until next time, have a wonderful gaming day. Peace. Director's Cut says Black Beach. Okay, yep. I'm going to get that then. Peace.